take a hit, feeling lit, feeling right. 2 a.m. summer night, I don't care. Hand on the wheel, driving drunk, I'm doing my thing. Rolling the mid beside and now, living my life, getting up drunk. Piece of your heart, a piece of your love. I'm pulling you up to get down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. Turning you up to get down, down, down. I'm screaming out, fuck that. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Let's give it up.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
And when the night falls, loneliness calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel like it with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. No way it was our last night.
I wanna feel like this with somebody.
No way it was the last night. No way it was our last night.
That motherfucker back there is not real. With somebody who loves me. So I'll put my faith in something unknown. I'm living on the side of nothing. But I'm tired of hope with nothing to hold. I'm living on the side of nothing.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead.
And it's hard to learn, and it's hard to learn that you're giving me such sweet
Better than anything and everything you have done. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I think it's on dead.
Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, impress. Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, success.
You got a fast car, and I wanna take it to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown in the name of someone I no longer know. For the shame of being young, drunk and alone. Traffic lights in the transmit radio. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, it felt like I was drunk. Got tired, drove for you. Had a feeling that I belong. Got tired, drove for you.
Car
that I want you, I say it. I would want myself, baby, please don't leave me. I'll put you through hell, just know me, yeah, yeah. So sure of yourself, baby, don't get greedy. That shit won't end well, and what else?
I can't explain. I got a feeling that I can't erase. Just a feeling that I won't leave behind, because it's something that it's on my mind. I guess it goes like na 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 na
I call this cappuccino.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second, night after night, I'll be fucking you by 7 days.
Yeah, man, I need ways, tell me something all day. Someday, yeah, it hurts to say, but I want you to stay. Sometimes.
I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. Still the one. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Still the one I kiss goodnight.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis signing out.
I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, hold on to push it harder, 'cause I'm burning up for you, baby.
Yeah, but I got you another fight. The apple bottom make 'em wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night. Hold up, if you don't know, now you know. If you broke, then you gotta let him go. You could have anybody, any money, mo. 'Cause when you were boss, you could do what you want.
Well, I was sitting, waiting, wishing you believed in superstitions. Then maybe you'd see the signs. But Lord knows that this world is cruel, and I ain't the Lord. No, I'm just a fool, and I'm loving somebody don't make them love you.
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too. Yeah, 'cause girls is players too.
Must I always be waiting on you?
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too.
I really care about the young folks talking about the outside. I really don't care about the old folks
'cause I'm in control. Fly like a bird, I'm taking it home. Moving my body like an airflow.
This sex so good, I shouldn't have to fall for free. I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long. I must have the superpowers, last 223,000 hours. And it's cause I'm off of CC, and I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from Compton said, you know this dick ain't free. I got girls that I should've made pay for it. Got girls that I should've made wait for it. I got girls that'll cancel a flight back home. Stay another day for it. You got attitude on nah, on agua, stomach on flat, on what's that?
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep.
Fuck you, me.
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb? Bet this right fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge. Pour me another drink, 'cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip till the pain wears off. Don't wanna think about her, or wear a ring without her. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without her. So make them drinks strong, 'cause brother, she's gone. And if I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. She's probably making out on the couch right now with someone new. Yeah, I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak blues. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Let's make one little. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can't
frozen time, you begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke.
And it's happened once again. I'll turn to a friend, someone that understands, sees through the master plan. But everybody's gone, and I've been here for too long to face this on my own. Well, I guess this is growing up.
Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you drink.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
I wish I didn't, but I do.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Yeah. Popping pills is all we know. In the hills is all we know.
So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader.
I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, it's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up $23,000, $24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click.
$30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market.
They don't play my hits, I don't give a shit. So, rap mags try to use my black ass, so advertise to give them more cash for ads. Fuckers, I don't know what you take me as, or understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. I ain't dumb, I got 99.
Traders, we are back. Today's the day that I've been waiting for. Today has been the day that I am absolutely pumped on up for. Today's the day that I'm saying to myself, it's time to get this party started. The reason why I say this is because inflation data is out. The reason why I say this is because PCE data was released at 8:30 this morning, and as you guys can tell, we are seeing already a monster spike. Congratulations, first off. Congratulations to anyone that jumped in on calls last night, held on to calls over the night, and is waking up to an absolutely monster profit. So, traders, you tell me right now, is a spike like this profitable? Can we make money on a move like this? Absolutely. This is, again, life-changing. Huge rips, huge runs, huge money making. That's what today's all about. So I need everyone to be able to strap on up. Pull over that roller coaster vest, sit on down, hold on tight, take the cameras out, get ready to take a picture, and call your bank account letting them know that a large deposit's coming on through today. That's what I need from you guys. So traders, let's break down this entire day as we always do. It's all about simplicity. We don't have to overcomplicate the stock market. The stock market already overcomplicates itself. So let's just make sure every single trader knows exactly what we're doing. Team, breaking this thing on down right here, bringing over our morning newsletter, and let's talk about it, okay? We are live today. Just a little fun, little thumbnail out there. Stock market spiking. You know, we were talking about South Park the other day, so I thought this was a fun little, cute little thumbnail. Now, let's talk about today, traders. Let's act like it's 8:29 right now, okay? Let's act like it was about 45 minutes ago, and let's just get the understanding of how big today is. It says downtick. Stock futures fell on Thursday ahead of another highly anticipated inflation report. The Fed's favorite inflation gauge, which is the personal consumption expenditure price, comes out at 8:30 this morning, which has already come on out, as you guys know. We can also see that everyone was waiting. Wall Street is anxiously awaiting the Thursday personal consumer expenditure reading for January. Economists are branching out for a 0.3% monthly gain and a 2.4% year-over-year move. A higher than expected print could put dent equities and signal that recent hot consumer price index releases were on trend. So basically, what we have right here, for anyone who does not know, is that we had the data come on out, and the data was in line with expectations. So we could see PCE results. Core PCE 0.4, previous 0.2, consensus was 0.4. So we could see it's in line. Personal spending 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. You can see we're in line right here. You see jobless claims 215 to 210 to 210, slightly higher, but you can see everything else is pretty much in line. Now, it is a little bit odd. I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit odd. It's like, Dek, why is the market going up when inflation is still rising year after year? Like, it's like, oh, we have inflation rising. Woo! Let's go buy the stock market. The stock market's moving on up. And it's one of those weird things in the stock market that definitely took me a little bit of time to adjust to. We could have Jerome Powell say, hey, we are going to be having bad inflation data. This inflation data is going to be one of the worst readings we've ever had. We are going to be seeing 9.1% inflation. And if the reading is 9% inflation, guess what? The stock market goes higher. Oh, Jerome Powell said it was going to be 9.1%. Yeah, it's only 9%. We actually did better than what we expected. It's basically like, you know, it's basically like a doctor. Right? You know, let's say like a doctor, this is going to be a little bit of a dark joke, I feel like, but let's say a doctor walks out to a waiting room and says, hey, you know, we have some very, very bad news. You know, it's, you know, the person that you love the most, we have to cut off both their legs. Unfortunately, they're going to lose both their legs. And they say, oh man, that is awful. And the doc says, I'm just kidding. We actually only got to lose one leg. Woo! Okay. All right. I thought it was both there for a second. Both, I would have been pissed. One leg, okay, you could chop off one. Which one, the right or the left? Take off the left. We don't need the left. That's almost like what it is sometimes, where it's like, it's bad news, but since it's in line with what we expected to be bad news, then it's not really that bad anymore. And that's kind of the thing about the stock market, which does get a little bit weird. Hey, we do have inflation rising, but it's what we were expecting, so people celebrate it. That's where people get, you know, very happy, and that's why we saw this very big spike and this very big move. So we can see the results right here on the PCE data. We could see everything that's going on with personal consumption. And this has been bringing in a lot of hype and a lot of attention. So let's go over to CNBC, get a nice, easy understanding of what this market is bringing us. So we can see right here, key inflation reports, measures rose 0.4% in January as expected, up 2.8% from a year ago. So team, key inflation measures rose 0.4% in January as expected, up 2.8% from a year ago. Inflation rose in line with what we expected for January. The personal consumption expenditure price index, excluded food and energy, increased 0.4 and 2.8%, which is right on what we expected. The moves come amid an unexpected jump in personal income, rose 1%, well above the forecast of 0.3%. Services price goods for 0.6% on the month. All right, let's keep going down. The news showed modest impacts on the market, with the stock market futures mixed and treasury yields slightly higher. Thursday's BEA report showed consumers are continuing to dip into savings and prices are still staying elevated. So you can see what we have at this moment. Anything else going on? Let's see here at this time. Bitcoin rises up to 62,000. We'll talk about that today. What is this? I don't even want to look at this. What is this? Humanoid robot startup Figure AI valued at $2.6 billion as Bezos, OpenAI, and NVIDIA join funding. I'm out. I'm out. Guys, get me out. I'm out. I don't want this. I don't want this delusional. I don't want this. This is literally iRobot switched with the Matrix. It's happening. I don't understand it. We literally watch all these movies. Anyone see Will Smith iRobot? Guess what? They get very smart and they start killing people. You ever see The Matrix? You ever see what that movie's about? Hey, it's literally about creating AI and then they get rid of humans. The moment we start having these robots walking around our houses, start again doing things for us, I'm isolating. I'm buying a piece of land in Iceland or Greenland. I'm just gonna bring up golf clubs and just play. I'm done after that. Traders, I don't want the robot era to come. I'm sorry, I don't. Next thing you know, there's going to be all this weird stuff happening. People are going to be saying, I want to marry my robot. There's going to be, signs, robot have feelings, don't kill them. And then, I don't know, robots are going to start doing things with other robots. And I'm over it already. I'm already over it. Figure AI, a startup would build humanoid robots that could perform dangerous and undesirable jobs. Oh man, I'm done. I'm over it. I don't even want to talk about this today. So, traders, what do we have at this moment? Let's focus on the key inflation measures that we have at this time. So, S&P 500, what is the game plan? All right, what is the game plan? What is the move here today? What do we want to be looking for over on this play? We have S&P 500. We obviously just had a massive spike. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's switch on over towards, again, a 30-minute time frame here, and let's see what we have. Ooh, baby, look at this. I love it. We basically had over the last, you can see every white stretch is represents 1 day. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. This is the 5th day. We had 4 days of downtrending, 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 downtrending. And then guess what happened? We got this awesome squeeze. We got this awesome rip. We got this awesome rally. Little side note, if you guys are watching over on TikTok or YouTube today, please double tap that screen, give it a thumbs on up, please hit the follow, whatever you guys do to just show a little engagement on the video. I appreciate you guys. Helps just give it a little bit more exposure, but thank you so much. If you guys could take 1 second, double tap, hit that follow, hit that thumbs up, and subscribe. So, what we have right now, team, is the S&P 500. We do have this awesome squeeze pattern, which just led to this very nice rip and run right here. We know this rip and run just came on out from inline expectations with the PCE data, and we got to think about how high can we go up to? What is a realistic target? What is the realistic target? What is the realistic area that I want to see here? Well, what we have here is the S&P 500, SPY. We have the 52-week high very close. 52-week range is at 510.13. Right now, we're at 508. Are we going to be able to get above and stay above 508 and run up another $2 today? Obviously, this is what we got to be able to figure out. What is a day going to be holding for us? First thing that I'm going to say is always look for old past chart resistance. Where are we going to stumble? Where are we going to have trouble? Where can we have a pullback? So what I can see is that we definitely have an old top right here. I think everyone can agree with me on that. Here's an old top right here. Okay, then what else do we have? We do have an old top right here. Remember, we had that head and shoulders pattern. Let's definitely go ahead and put some sort of resistance line at this area. What area is that? That area right off the rip that I'm seeing is going to be right around 508.50. Would everyone agree that this should be holding up as some sort of resistance line right around 508.50? We have a top resistance point right here. We have a couple upper shadows, and we have another top resistance line right here. The way that I would trade this is, number one, do call contracts up towards around 508.50, maybe up towards around 509. If we do start ripping and running, we are going to have room to climb all the way on up towards the 52-week high. 52-week high, as we know, is 52.10, 52.13, right in that region, and that is going to be obviously the main target for a lot of traders. So today, I am kind of on the fence. Which way do I want to go? Do I want to go with a nice little spike right off the rip? Or are we going to get rejected as we did right here, as we did right here, as we did right here, right at that 508.50 mark? Now, traders, as we know that the market's moving, probably some other things are going to be moving with the market as well. And what is that going to be? Well, we also know we're going to see a lot of hype. We're going to see a lot of momentum in the, if we take a look over on like AI, right? We know NVDA has been very hot recently. Actually, it hasn't been that hot during this week, to be honest with you. It's kind of been a little bit slow this week, but we have been still seeing AI. It really comes on down to this. Makes your life extremely easy. All right, you guys ready for this? Anything above 800, get ready for a pop. Anything underneath 800, stay on puts. So if you are a trader that thinks NVDA is going to fall, NVDA is going to drop, NVDA is going to get weaker, as long as it stays underneath 800, I'm on your side. But the moment it goes above 800, I got to switch over to a different side. I got to say, hey, calls are in control. Take a look here. Little break of 800, fall. Little snap of 800, fall. Little break of 800, fall. Touch 800, fall. Touch 800, fall. Weaker, 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 weaker. If you get back above and hold 800, I'll give it to you for that breakout, for that move, for that rip and run. If you can't break 800, if you can't stay above 800, well then guess what? Puts are going to be in control. This is not me giving my beliefs on AI and saying I like this, I hate this. NVDA is obviously a monster company. But as the chart tells us, be on puts underneath 800. And if you are saying, Dek, I really want it to break out, great. Just wait until it breaks 800 so you are getting in at a smart level. We can see where we have a lot of resistance. We can see where we have a lot of big time spikes in momentum. So make sure that you guys are aware NVDA also near its 52-week high, but needs to be able to snap that 800 level to kind of start bringing in some hype. If you guys want a more crazy version of NVDA, Dek, I want to make as much money as possible. We know you can trade SPX, but a lot of money is made every day over on SMCI. SMCI is almost like the crazy version of NVDA. We've talked about SMCI multiple times in the past. SMCI is actually one of the biggest spikes of the year, going from $200 to over $1,000. On average, SMCI moves almost like $80 a day. You can see SMCI on this day went from $9.95, dropped all the way down to $8.25. It went on a $125 drop. The last few days have been a little bit quiet, but even yesterday when it was pretty quiet, went from $8.45 all the way down to $7.91. I mean, even there's a $50 move. SMCI averages around like $50 to $75 per day. And that's why SMCI is a very hot mover. You can make a ton of money on SMCI, but you can also lose a ton of money on SMCI. So you have to be able to understand, which way this one is really going to be going. As you guys know, I like to trade SPX a lot, which is basically just trading the SPY in a little bit more of a crazy fashion. So I usually watch SPX or SPY, and I play SPX because it's just going to move with the market, but you are going to make more money more quickly. So that's what I like to do over on these plays. I do want to set up a chat vote on what do you guys think is going to be happening. We know that 508.50 mark is going to be tough to be able to get above and stay above. If we do break that, we got room to run up to 510. I am in a little bit of a pickle. And if I'm in a little bit of a pickle, what can I do? I could sit out for the first 5 minutes. I could sit out the first 10 minutes and wait for a little bit more predictability. I am leaning towards a little touch of that 508.50 mark, 508.40, and then see a nice little reversal right back on down. I think that would be an absolutely awesome, quick little entry in, out, make some money. But if that thing starts squeezing and spiking and getting that next leg, yes, I do have to be very careful and have a quick stop loss so I don't get caught up in any sort of big loss. Now, what else do we want to be looking at today, team? Well, we do have the SPY, we do have SPX, we do have NVDA, we do have SMCI. I also don't want people to forget about the last 2 days. We've actually seen a pretty nice spiker. We had VKTX. VKTX, this was actually the #1 spiker on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and who knows, maybe it could be today. We actually had VKTX go from $38 and spike all the way up towards $87. This stock came out with positive drug trials and went bananas. Then 2 days ago, we went from $60 and ran up to new highs of $93. Then yesterday, we went from $84 and spiked all the way up to $100. Now, the thing is over on VKTX, it's going to be a pretty active play. There's going to be money to be able to make on VKTX. To me, I do see a potential upcoming head and shoulders pattern. And what I see right here is I see a potential shoulder here. I could see a head right here. And if we do pop on up, I could see a shoulder and then a drop on down. Almost like what we were seeing over on the SPY. All right, over on the SPY right here, can you guys see exactly what I'm referring to? You guys can see here's the shoulder, here's the head, here's the shoulder, and then we have that very nice sell-off and that very nice move that we always like to look at, where we start getting that very nice drop. I'll bring over that picture right now so that you guys can, check this on out as well, where you can see left shoulder, you can see head, you can see right shoulder, and then you can see a sell-off. You can see right here, SPY, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, sell-off. If I take a look over on VKTX, I can see left shoulder, head. If we make a lower high right here, I think we are going to get a little bit of a sell-off. So I just want I want you guys to just be aware of VKTX, because I do think VKTX definitely has potential to get that little sell-off, to get that drop, to get that move on down. So just make sure that you guys are fully aware of that play. That one definitely has potential to be able to fade and drop. Okay, watch for a little spike up towards like $93 and then a possible drop back on down. We also saw JANX over the last 2 days do pretty well also. JANX went from $15 and spiked all the way up to $80. Traders, this is life-changing money. If you had, let's just say you had an $8,000 account, okay? You had an $8,000 account. And you could have a margin, right? Margin 2 times, 3 times the buying power. You could turn $8,000 and be able to walk away with a $70,000 profit over the last 2 days. Like, that's what's so crazy over on JANX. You could be able to make 70 grand on JANX on an $8,000 play. If you have $4,000, you could be making $35,000. You know, the amount of money that's out there in the market right now is just absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts. You know, if that's JNX, if that's VKTX, if that's this morning with, again, the SPY going on this rip and run, if that's, SMCI, that has been going on these crazy pops, there's a lot of potential. But team, right now, I want everyone over on YouTube. I want everyone over on TikTok. I want everyone over on Tradecaster. Tradecaster, I'm going to set up a poll right here. And I want you guys telling me, is this market going to be going up or is this market going to be going down today? So let's see, SPY, which way will we go this morning? Are we going to spike right at the bell, go up to new highs, and hit a brand new record high? So are we going to see a brand new record high today? Or are we going to crash back on down? We're not going to hit that record high. We're going to see a quick little move, and then we're going to go into the red. So everyone over on TikTok and YouTube right now, type out, are we going up or are we going down today? I want to hear from you guys. Also, over on Tradecaster, I want you guys to go vote right at this moment. So everyone, go vote and let's see what everyone is focusing on. Let's see what everyone is looking at. Which way are we going to go? Are we going to spike? Are we going to crash? Which is going to have the movement? Which is going to have the activity? Which way should we be focused on right at the start of the day? We do have right now about a minute and a half until this market goes live. So we do want to be ready to go here. So traders, let's get ready to rock. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a big day. A lot of opportunity out here. Shout out to everyone joining us on the day. They love Sosa. Thank you for the rose over on TikTok. I appreciate you. And everyone, cast your vote if you guys have not yet in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop the poll. 76% of the chat room says that we are going to spike and hit new highs. 76% of the chat room says, Dek, I think we are spiking and I think we are hitting new highs. Let's remember, we have a lot of resistance up near around that, 508.50 mark. And if it breaks that, we can go all the way up towards around like 509, 509-ish. I do think a possible quick trade right off the rip could just be like a 508.50 or, 508.50 and then a quick little pullback. I'm thinking about just doing like 3 contracts on it. 3 contracts. Let's go March 1st. Let me switch out our scanners. We only got about like 15 seconds here. Let's get ready to rock here. Bring this on over. Want to make sure every single trader is all set, ready to go. 3 contracts. What would the price be? It's going to be way higher. 5,000. I don't know exactly where this is going to be at. 5,090. Okay, 5,090. 3 contracts. Market watching this one. SPY at this time. Let's see if this thing can get a quick little spike up towards that 508.40 mark. I might just do 3 contracts and see if I can be able to make a quick profit, because I know we do have that head and shoulders pattern right there. And that's the thing, I do know we do have that little head and shoulders pattern. Taking a look over on that 30-minute time frame, that's going to be some strong resistance right up towards, that top. Actually, I'm going to wait a little bit higher. What's the area that I really want? 508.60, maybe a quick little touch right there. See if we can get a little drop. So I'm going to wait a little bit. Remember, top shoulder, top shoulder, top shoulder. Looking for that pop, and then maybe a nice little reversal on down. We got up towards a high of 508.36 so far. Definitely excited to see some momentum in this market. Definitely excited to see a little activity in this market. Definitely excited to see what this market's really going to bring us on this day, because I'm looking to be able to make a nice profit. Going to be a lot of action today, a lot of momentum all around. We got S&P 500 still staying alert. And guys, we are a team. We are a community. So when you guys see something spiking, when you guys see something moving, when you guys see something running, feel free to yell it on out. Dek, I see this spiking. Dek, I see this moving. Dek, I see this climbing right here. Right now we still have that strong resistance up there around that 508.60 mark. That's kind of my target to try to, be able to get a little bit of an entry and start seeing that thing reverse. Right now the S&P 500 still, again, if you guys are on calls, calls are winning right now. Calls are winners. SCTL got acquired, nothing there. ENVB, 200-day moving average, strong resistance line. That's not going to be easy to break. VLCN, not too much here. S&P 500, here comes that 508.50 area. Is that 508.50 mark going to be able to pay us on out a little bit of cash and be able to pay us on out a little bit of money? So we still got the SPY, little bit of a pop here. Remember, taking a look over on that 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, we do have some old tops. 508.75-ish, 508.80. Guys, it's still going on up right now. No entry for myself just yet. No entry for myself just yet. Things are still looking strong. Things are still looking good. And traders are still trying to push this thing up towards our new highs. We got up towards, again, 508.67 so far. 508.67. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. Can everyone see, again, at least what I'm looking for? Can you guys understand? It's like, oh, yeah, Dek, I do see, some strong resistance across the board at this area. So I just definitely want you guys to at least understand what I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it. Strong resistance, strong resistance, strong resistance right at the top here. I definitely just think, we might get a little bit of a turnaround right along that area. So I'm watching this. I don't want to go against the momentum. We do have that red line, 508.71 so far. Still going, 508.71. Still looks like buyers have it, though. Right now, buyers are in full control at this moment. Buyers are still in full control. Buyers still have good activity. 508.75 so far has been the top area. Let's see if this one's going to break and keep on going. Dek, how high can it get up to? Well, remember, we can go all the way up towards that 510 mark. 510, is the 52-week high. Right now, buyers are in control. Right now, buyers are still trying to push. Right now, buyers still do have this play. And it's still right now going up towards 508.80 now. So no entry for myself just yet. I have not pulled the trigger at all. When I do pull the trigger, you guys will see it. Position box right here. We do have the majority of the chat room still saying that, hey, Dek, I think we're going to see a new high at some point today. And are we going to start breaking here? So this is still going. Let me take a big look at SPX. I want to take a step back and take a look over on SPX. Where is there strong resistance on SPX? Like, what really stands out to you, Dek? I'm just trying to take a look. Where is there super strong resistance over on SPX? Where is this going to be getting some sort of rejection? What's this line? What is this line right here? That is a little bounce, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. What is that, 5,100? That's a pretty nice area, 5,100. Bounce play here, top resistance, going all the way across the board. That 5,100 area. Right now, we are still having a little bit of trouble right at that 508.85. Small little pullback. 5,100 could be an absolutely great area for the first little puts of the day. I think that's where I am going to pull the trigger. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm going to look at SPX. I know that right around that 5,100 area, about $5 away, that's where we will have some sort of resistance. And I definitely think that that could be a solid mark to go ahead and start getting involved on a possible trigger pull on the put side. Right now, though, team, I'm being honest. I'm giving it to calls right now. Calls are in control. Calls right now are winning. Don't think that I'm like, oh, he's only going to do puts. Oh, he's only doing this. I'm saying right now, I am not in on puts. I'm saying right now, shorting is not the way to go. I'm saying right now, at this exact moment, calls are winning, which are buyers. I'm waiting until the SPX moves up, until SPY and SPX moves up a little bit higher. I am never a person that will ever say, oh, do this because I'm doing it. If you are in calls right now, stay on your calls and keep making that money until we get up towards, again, 5,100. So that's what I want for you guys. I'm never going to try to influence you to do something just because I'm doing it. I want you guys to have the best. I want you guys to win money. I want you guys to be profitable. I'm not going to try to sway your position. Oh, do what I do. No, I'm going to tell you that there is opportunity towards the upside to this level. Then after we get to this level, you might want to take some sort of gains or take some sort of profits. But so far, things are solid. So far, buyers are in control, and we just got to keep on moving here. So right now, traders, let's see it. Come on, I want to see this thing up towards a little bit higher, 508.90s. Let's see that thing try to break on up, 508, or excuse me, 509. Even. Let's get a little bit of a move here. We don't want to see this thing pull back just yet. SPY right now, nice couple big green candles. Little bit of a pullback right here, but I don't think we're done yet. I don't want us to be done yet. I want us to keep on climbing here slightly. Obviously, the SPY's had a nice little move so far. We got up towards 508.85, which is a nice, a nice high of the day number. The first 30 minutes and the first hour is extremely profitable because of the movement, of the activity. We usually see a lot of hype. We usually see a lot of movement in this first hour of the day. What do we got? NVDA also trying to get some movement. How is VKTX doing? Guys, VKTX, do not forget about VKTX. If anyone's looking for any put contracts, if anyone's looking for any shorts, VKTX definitely has the potential, team. So VKTX, this might be starting off its day where we are going to finish our day back down towards like $82, $83. Tomorrow, we're all the way down towards $71. I could imagine VKTX giving back a whole bunch today. So if anyone is interested on a possible, a little bit of a longer hold type of trade, VKTX definitely could be your moneymaker. So I definitely want you guys to just be aware of VKTX. Want to throw out those options for everyone to be able to make as much money as possible. Right now, SPY, though, getting a little bit weaker. SPY traders is getting a little bit weaker. Underneath that 508.50 mark, things could start fading back on down. We are seeing momentum shift. We did not get all the way to my top target, though. My top target, as you guys know and realize, is this channel. And this just looks like this channel makes sense, doesn't it? Like this channel to me just looks like it makes sense. This channel to me, I feel very confident in this channel. So when I take a look, let me move this out to the side. This is a good looking channel to me. You guys can see basically what we have. I'm going to put this in that lime green again. We do have our top resistance right here. We do have top resistance right here. We do have top resistance right here. And then guess what? We do have a nice bounce play down here. And then we do have a nice bounce play right here and a nice bounce play right here. And if we keep going across the board, you can see we're right next to our top resistance. I wanted a little bit higher. I wanted to get filled like in this circle or right next to that circle. That was my goal out of this play because that's kind of what it looks like it's happening right now. We have top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. And then guess what? Then we have all this room to be able to fall back on down to where we were. So I'm thinking that's going to be a great area for us to be able to make some money. That's going to be a great area for us to profit. You could also see bottom support right here. So that's definitely a top area, that 5,100 region. That 5,100 region is definitely a top area that I like. That's the channel. That's the idea. I like that a lot. And if you close your eyes. Cool beans. Cool beans. The only beans we like to eat are cool beans. Right now, S&P 500 still waiting on this one. A little sign up, we do have home pending sales data at 10 o'clock. So in 20 minutes from now, we do have pending home sales data. Now, why is that so big? Well, because inflation and home sales are going to be going hand in hand with each other. Man, guys, I'm feeling good today. I feel fantastic today. I had a fruit smoothie this morning. Sometimes, again, what you put inside your body kind of accelerates outside of your body. Start off your day with a little banana, a little strawberry, a couple little oats in there. Throw in a little orange juice. Throw a couple blueberries in there. Throw a pound of chicken in there and just drink it. And you feel great. Put a dandelion in there. Right now, Team SPY is still getting a little bit weaker. SPY does look like it's starting to turn. SPY does look like it's starting to get weaker here, traders. I was really hoping that, we could be able to find our bottom and, go back on up towards 508.90. I mean, we definitely got close towards that top area. We have room to fall all the way back on down towards around 508. My biggest fear is I jump in, it starts moving itself back up towards, 508.70, and I'm just saying, man, why the heck did I jump in right there? Marty Z, Deck, do you cook your chicken or keep it uncooked? You want to have your chicken just like you have your meat, okay? Medium rare, okay? It's going to build up some antioxidants in your stomach. Get you some gut, lining. It's going to be nice. So I always suggest, okay? When you're cooking your meat, you want it around rare, medium rare. Chicken, same thing. Rare, medium rare. You really just want the outside a little burnt and the inside almost, still frozen. It's going to help you. So right now, we're going to be all good here. Oh, I love it. I love it, guys. When people are watching on YouTube and TikTok for the first time. Deckies, that's not good. That's not good. No one listens to him. No one listens to him. That's not good. You want to cook your chicken. Make sure you cook your chicken all the way. If you don't cook it all the way, you're going to have some serious health problems. There could be some serious health problems if you don't cook your chicken all the way. Please don't listen to this guy right now. Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys over in the comments section keeping everyone aware. I love it. Right now, S&P 500 staying alert. We just came on up towards the 508.75 mark right there. Little quick pop. We got SPY. Matt Queen Gain saying, hey, Deck, hello, my brother. Hope you're doing good, man. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing well. Right now, traders, we had a little bit of a random spike right on up there. Still starting to fall. We got 10 o'clock home sales data. Is $1,500 enough to start with? Yep, because if you use a margin account, you can have that up towards around $3,000. What I will always suggest, though, is you don't just, I think the number one mistake that traders make is they say, oh, I can't trade yet. I can't learn how to trade yet. Oh, I can't do this. Why? Because I don't have enough money for an account. Traders, you will want to learn how to trade before you have money. I lost for a year straight. I paper traded for a year straight, which means I didn't use any real money. And I lost hundreds of thousands of fake dollars. The number one mistake I think I see new traders make is they say, man, I can't trade yet. I don't have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Then they save up, they work hard, they save, and they say, yes, I finally have $3,000. And then they start trading $3,000 right away and they lose it all. I'm going to be blunt about it. Maybe this is not good for business here, but I'm going to tell you something. You are going to stink when you first start trading. You are going to lose everything when you first start trading. That is why I suggest paper trading first. That is why I suggest getting into the video library first. That is why I suggest watching me trade first. That is why I suggest asking questions first. That is why I suggest going through the training program first to learn how to trade. The number one issue I see is people say, oh, I want to be able to make money in the stock market. Okay, well, I got to save up. Okay, I'm saving up. Let me trade. And they don't know what they're doing and they lose all their money. The number one thing that you can do right now is to be over here on Tradecaster, learning and watching, getting over it, enjoying and learning how all these live streamers are trading full time. Then you can watch the video library, watch the boot camp lessons, watch the training, and paper trade while you're building up your account. Paper trade while you build up your account, so when your account's ready, you're good to go. So I started when I was in college, and I didn't have any money to be able to trade. I paper trade for a year, figure out the ins, figured out the outs, figured out what worked, figure out what didn't work, figure out what I should avoid, and figure out what I should strive with. That was a year of paper trading. Then when I got my real account, then I was able to hit the ground running, hit the ground with smooth sailing, right? That's how I was able to be successful. People say, oh, I'm not successful stock trading because you open up an account, you don't know what you're doing, you lose all your money right away. Traders, I want you right now to tell me everything there is to know about deep sea fishing. Tell me right now everything I need to know. Well, Deck, I don't know anything about deep sea fishing. So are you going to buy a boat and a pole and randomly go out there by yourself? No. Deck, tell me everything there is about rock climbing in in a national park. I don't know anything about that. So I'm not going to buy all this stuff. I'm going to learn. I'm going to have a mentor. I'm going to have someone teach me. I'm going to have someone show me. I'm not going to just go climb El Capitan and just be able to figure things on out, like I'm Alex Honnold in that movie Free Solo. I got to be able to figure things out first and learn. So you can either be a trader that just opens up an account and lose it all, then you start taking it serious, or you can start taking it serious now, watch the video library lessons, paper trade, follow along with me, get an idea, and then when your account is good, that's when you're all set, ready to go. People say, Deck, do you rock climb? I am. You know, you ever see that movie Free Solo, Alex Honnold, who climbed up El Capitan? I didn't record mine, but I actually did it first. So I did the same exact trail he did, the same, but I'm just not a show off. That's that's it. So mine's not on video. I didn't make a National Geographic about it. I'm not, you know, I did it, you know, for myself, to push myself. I didn't need to record it and, you know, make millions of dollars off of it. I didn't want that. I didn't need that. I like to do things on my own. Okay? So I actually did it first. Not many people know about that, but whatever. No big deal. Right now, S&P 500 here. Still watching this move. Still getting this move on up here. SPY still trying to get some hype. Dek, how can I join TradeCaster? Just come on over here at tradecaster.com. Everyone gets a free 7-day pass. So when you sign on up, free 7-day pass. Don't got to pay a single dollar. Dek, what do you think about Webull? Webull, I like it. I don't love it. I use Lightspeed. Lightspeed is my go-to broker. So Lightspeed is my broker. Webull, I think, is the best mobile broker out there. And because they do actually have a good online platform as well. Not a fan of Robinhood. I'm really not. Guys, it's like, I don't know. Robinhood, I'm not saying like you're a bad trader. I'm not saying you're inexperienced. I don't saying don't make money. I just know a lot of people who do use Robinhood are kind of like thrown in that like meme family, thrown into, you know, let me just throw random rocks inside the pond and hopefully something hits. Let me just randomly throw all my money into some random crypto or coin and hopefully something does well. You know, there's better brokers out there than, you know, Robinhood. Right now, traders, we're still seeing this little fade. Guys, anything going bananas right now? Let's see here. ENVB. ENVB, pretty just, you know, the standard. What's the standard? Massive gap up with a big dump on down. Massive gap up, big dump on down. That's the standard for penny stocks. That was one thing that usually trips up the majority of traders. The majority of traders always wake up every morning and say, what's the best press release? What's the best hot news? What's the biggest gap up? And the stock that has the biggest gap up, usually everyone used to buy. Now everyone sees the biggest gap up and everyone takes profits and everyone shorts it. So it's literally every day, whatever has the biggest gap up, short it, bring it right back on down. VLCN, AGFY, ADIL. ADIL, $1.60, moving itself on up. ATRA, COEP. So right now, traders, I don't think we're seeing anything too big. What's VKTX doing? VKTX, guys, if you got, who here is sitting on some VKTX shorts and saying, Dek, I'm going to hold this as my little swing trade today. I'm going to hold this for my swing trade tonight. I'm going to hold this, you know, into tomorrow. I do think VKTX is going to be one of those plays that can easily, absolutely easily, just, you know, fade and drop and start getting weaker here. So I do think VKTX has a ton of potential. So we got to keep our eyes peeled on this one. Still watching VKTX. Traders, I do want everyone to be aware also is on the 14th, little heads on up, we are going to be having a unique sale. Okay, so if anyone is interested on this, not next week, the following week, on the 14th, we are actually going to have a little bit of a unique sale. And what that sale is going to be is we are actually going to be having a very high quality, brand new boot camp coming on out. It's going to be like, I put in over 6 figures to make this boot camp with cameras and lightings and editing team and everything to really go over everything that you need. With that being stated, we are going to be giving away our older boot camp for extremely cheap. So what do we have right here? We are going to be giving away the old boot camp. We are going to be giving away an Excel tracking your trading. We're going to be giving away 1 free month of TradeCaster access. We are going to be giving away, what else is there? All the slides for the old boot camp as well. And all the keywords and all of our trade idea scanner settings. So we are basically having like a clearance Clearance sell, all has to go sell if you guys are limited on funds. So if you guys are limited on funds, I definitely understand there's people out there that want to learn, that want to have everything that I have on my screen, everything along these. So we're basically having a clearance, get it out, all it has to go type of sale where we're going to give away our old boot camp, 1 month of Tradecaster, where we're going to be giving away a trading journal, our trade idea settings, everything along those lines for an extremely cheap price. So extremely cheap, coming on out next Thursday, basically a clearance sale as we're kind of having all of our new stuff coming on out, in the future. So a lot of new stuff coming on up, which is exciting and great. But if you guys are a little limited on funds but want to learn how to trade, we're going to be having all must go clearance sale coming out next Thursday. Not this upcoming Thursday, next Thursday. So just be on the lookout for that if you guys are interested. Yeah, the clearance clear out, baby. That's basically what it is. Clearance clear out. SCTL still watching this one. SPY. But yeah, as we got all this new stuff coming on up, guys, all this new stuff coming on up, absolutely I want to be able to, give away all the other stuff for an extremely affordable price. Trader, lifetime members have access to the bootcamp content? No, absolutely. Lifetime members, guys, you have access to everything. You guys are good. So lifetime members, when you're a lifetime member, you get everything. Absolutely everything. Tommy, just hit up the blue circle, bottom left-hand corner, Tommy. They're going to help you on out, and don't worry, you're set for life, Tommy. So, Tom, you're good. Don't even worry about it. Just hit up the blue circle just to confirm. But, yes, you are all set, Tom. I just got your email as well. Guys, we are waiting for 10 o'clock. We are waiting for this 10 o'clock data, home sale data. The SPY is basically just moving sideways right here. Dek, what time do you go to sleep at night? I usually go to sleep anytime between 3:50 a.m. to 4 a.m. Then I usually wake up anytime between 4:12 to 4:16. So on average, I try to get about 25 minutes of sleep a night. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little bit less. So when I'm really, again, on a weekend, maybe I get 35 or 40. But remember, you don't make money when you're sleeping, baby. you know what I mean? So traders, we're up 23 hours a day. That's what we do. Team. Market don't sleep, I don't sleep. Let's get after it. Let's go. 9:53 a.m. Market is trying to get a little bit of a pop back on up here. So we're waiting until that 10 o'clock data, new home sale data. We haven't missed anything on the SPY. The SPY has not had any sort of incredible jump. The SPY hasn't had any sort of incredible drop. The SPY has just been sitting sideways at this moment. No trade that we have missed at this moment. Still just sitting back here. So right now, traders, we are waiting for this move. Guys, still all good, ready to go, looking for this hype and looking for this momentum. Dek, what about Bitcoin? Let's see where we're at here today. Where is what they call the Bitcoin at today? Where is the Bitcoin? Where are we at here? Whoa! 63,000. 63,000 almost over on Bitcoin. Let's ask the chat room right here. Who here is holding some Bitcoin? Who here has the best price? If you think you have the best price on Bitcoin, put it in the chat room. Is anyone here under 10,000? Anyone here under 5,000? I've said this story many times before. I will never forget, guys. 2012. 2012. I was a senior in high school in 2012, which is a long time ago. But the thing is, traders, I remember my friend, Jeremy Saba, he walked right up to me in lunchtime and he said, Sean, go buy Bitcoin. It was trading, I think, less than $1 at the time. It was insane. And I remember I just had I was trying to get my lunch. I was standing in this lunch line. It was like bologna day or something that sucked. And I was like, oh man, I don't care right now, man. You're good. And he's like, I'm telling you, buy Bitcoin. He's like, I'm telling you, go get some Bitcoin right now. And I'm like, Saba, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden, look what happened. 10 years later. 10 years, or not even 10 years later. What, 14 years later? I mean, phew. Imagine if I got in when Saba told me. Imagine if I got in when Saba was right. What was can you guys think about the first time someone told you about Bitcoin? Were you late to the game? Was it honestly like 2020, 2021 was the first time you actually heard about Bitcoin? Or was it something earlier? You know, I can vividly remember the first time I heard about Bitcoin, Saba telling me in 2012. What was it? Can you guys think about what was Bitcoin's price the first time that you guys ever heard about it? Femi is in on 8K. 8K on Bitcoin. Coin, little bit of a spike. 956. So guys, we're coming on up here. 3 minutes. Andrea heard about it when it was at $12. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there's people that jumped in when it was at $12 and $10 and 25 cents, and there's people who haven't jumped in at all, and that's at $62,000. So it's, you know, it's definitely really crazy to think. You know, there's going to be more opportunities out there. Traders, if you want to think what has been, if I had to think about what has been revolutionary, like what has been, I'm going to honestly say we probably get some sort of revolutionary concept maybe once every 10 years. I'm going to say the two revolutionary concepts that we have had so far have been, number one, the internet. When the internet came out, that was a revolutionary type of deal. And then we also had, I'm going to say, crypto. When crypto came on out, that was a life-changing, you know, generational wealth type of money. So we definitely had the internet, you know, that led to some sort of, you know, crazy revolution. And we also had crypto, which had some sort of crazy revolution. Obviously, the next big thing is what's coming out next. I mean, the thing is, you know, we don't know. Like, is someone going to make some sort of next internet type of deal? Is someone going to make next type of, crypto type of deal? We don't know what that is, but I'm sure in probably the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be some other piece of technology in some manner that we can't even think about yet. We don't know what it is. That is going to be a generational wealth type of, you know, momentum. And I don't think it's AI, to be honest. I don't. It's just, because I feel like everyone knows about AI. Everyone talks about AI. Really, it's just NVDA as a company. I'm talking about something that's not a stock. I'm talking about something that's not a coin. I'm not talking about something that's, I'm thinking about something that like before it was like the internet. The internet is completely something different from someone that lived in the 1980s, 1990s. Then again, we had crypto, and crypto just, you know, came out of nowhere. You know, it's like, AI, it's like, oh, what's the revolution? It's like NVDA. You know, maybe there's going to be more developments or something. I don't know. I really don't know, but it's not, like I need something to actually happen. Cellular phones, that was big. Traders, let's take a look over on SPY here. SPY, we got 10 o'clock coming on up. Now, with, again, 10 o'clock coming on up, we should see the S&P 500 get very hot very quickly. So let's see what's going to happen. I just want to be ready. I always just want to be ready in case, you know, the market does move in a quick and hard fashion. And 10 o'clock in 20 seconds, we have home pending sales data. Pending sales data coming on out in 10 seconds. I might jump in if I start seeing some weakness. I see a little bit of lower highs. So that does show a little bit of weakness here. I just want to be ready on it. It's like we could easily see this thing turn and dump and turn and crash. We got about 1 second here. Let's see what's about to happen. Here's a little bit of a pop. Little bit of a pop right here. Let's just stay ready. Let's see what's about to happen here, guys. If I see like 508.40s, I'm going to go on the short side. If all of a sudden I start seeing a little bit of reversal, I'm just staying ready here in case, you know, something happens over the next few seconds. Right now, it looks like the market is slightly moving itself on up. Right now, it's still moving itself on up here slightly. We're trying to get a little bit of action. Are we going to start reversing? We're not getting any breakout just yet. We got up towards a high of 508.85. That's the high so far, 508.85. We have not been able to break that 508.85 mark. We did just have brand new home pending sales data come on out, and we want to see how that's going to move with the markets here. Not getting any sort of ginormous rip and run. Sometimes we get this ginormous rip and run over on right around 10 o'clock. Right here, team, we're still just moving sideways. Still just moving sideways. There's not any trade that we've missed yet on the market. So if anyone's saying, oh, Dek, I haven't traded in the first 30 minutes. Have I missed an opportunity? Have I missed a trade? Or have we just moved sideways all day? I'm not going to throw my money in just to lose it randomly. Right now, team, it does look like we're getting a little bit weaker, though. Moving a little sideways. We know 10 o'clock is usually a hot time that usually brings in some good volume and good activity. I'm just trying to stay alert and stay ready. All right, now, team, watching the S&P 500 very closely. Guys, S&P 500 starting to drop a little bit more. Could we actually start seeing a little bit of this fade? Could we see the S&P 500 actually start getting a little bit of this fade? You know, we just tried, it looked like it just tried to get a little attempted spike and didn't happen. Looked like it tried to get a little attempted spike and didn't happen. I'm just watching the SPY, I'm watching the level 2 at this moment, watching these orders go on through, and I'm just seeing, you know, what's going to be happening. It definitely looks like we're getting a little bit of more weakness at this moment over on the SPY. SPY picking up a little steam towards the downside. As long as we stay underneath that 508, 40 mark, are we actually about to get a crack back on down towards the low 508s? Traders, I'm going to give this a chance. I'm going in on the put side here. Seeing if we're going to crack on down towards that VWAP area. I'm just going to do 3 contracts and keep it small. 3 contracts, keep it small. See if we're going to stay underneath this red line. Dek, what's your stop loss? I'm going to say 508.65. Anything, actually, I'm going to say 508.68. Are we starting to move ourselves on up? If it's moving on up, I'm not even going to hold. I was looking for a dump. If it just pops right on up, I'm not even going to hold this. Not even worth it for me. But I'm just watching this closely to see if, like, are we actually going to get a little bit of a feed and a crack and stay underneath that 508.50 mark? I'm not going to hold long. Not going to hold long if all of a sudden this thing pops on up, because I don't want this one just moving sideways. I want this to dump here soon. We have not broken that top red line. We're still just sitting at that 508.50s. I'm sitting right at the 508.40s at this moment. Currently down $300 at this moment. Guys, I'm getting out. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. I jumped in real quick, wanted to see if there was going to be a good opportunity. No opportunity yet. I'm going to keep it super small, super tight, not worth it. Look for a 10 o'clock move, look for some 10 o'clock action. But no, we are really right now just inside this very tiny channel. No entry. Now, if you're saying, oh, Dek, you lost $300. Guys, I trade with a $100,000 account. Right now, that's basically like if you had $1,000 and you lost $3. So basically, in my eyes, I just lost $3. That's basically how I trade here. So I just understand my account size. So right now, team, there's still not enough, hype that I'm seeing at this moment. Still waiting, still watching. We'll see if we get a new high of the day here pretty soon. Still sitting there. Guys, you know what I was also thinking about as an investment? I know we were having our little conversation here before. What I was also thinking about as an investment is, who saw that big Pokemon craze probably last year, where people were selling Charizards, the first edition Charizards, for what? They were selling them for $300,000. They were selling them for $500,000. And I know, again, Pokemon was something that was very big when I was a kid, and probably a lot of you guys, when you were younger, 20 years ago, where everyone was like, oh, Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. And now, again, Charizard cards go for $300,000 plus. And I was thinking to myself, is there anything that kids like nowadays other than like Fortnite? Like, we had Pokemon, we had things along those lines. Like, is there anything that, like, is a younger generation, the ages of 10 to 15 right now, that have something that every single kid wants that we could think about as, like, some sort of long-term investment? Because I guess what? When there was the crazy Pokemon craze back in 2000 and 2002, 2001, I bet you a first edition Charizard probably went for $200. Now you could buy one for $500,000. So I was thinking about that earlier. I thought about this earlier this week, where I was saying, is there some sort of craze right now for kids that every kid wants this? Every single kid wants this, and this is the epitome. And maybe, again, if it was $400 or something, you could pick one up, put it away in your closet, don't touch it for 15 years. The next thing you know, there's a big trend on it as every kid is now grown up and now wants it. We could think about it in many different manners. I mean, yes, there was... I'm going to bring up a different one, a different manner right here. So what we have right here, traders, I want to see. Here's another example that we can take a look at. I want to try to find this real quick. So, the Pokemon example, that is obviously something that's very big. And here, I remember being a kid. And also, Just another little example for you guys as well. I want to bring this on up. Come on. Do, do. So look at this, guys. So we also, I remember being a kid, and I remember who used to watch, you know, the Fast and Furious movies as a kid. Fast and Furious, what was the coolest car out there? The coolest car out there that Paul Walker used to drive used to be, again, the Nissan Skyline, right? That was the Too Fast, Too Furious. Now, if anyone does not know, these cars, when they first came on out, they would be going anywhere between $40,000 to $50,000. These cars. Now, I will say, you know, this is, you know, kind of like the Charizard, the first edition Charizard right here. Guess what this car goes for now? $485,000. So it's almost like, why? Why does this car, a car that was $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 back in 1999 or back in 2002, why is it so much money now? It's because when we were all kids, this was the cool car. This was the dream car. This was the car that every single kid wanted if you guys ever watched the Fast and Furious or played video games. And now, because of that nostalgia, now it goes for $485,000. It's almost like the nostalgia of having a Charizard. If you were a Charizard, guys, back in 6th grade, oh man. I didn't have a first edition Charizard, but I had a Charizard, guys. The ladies loved me. I would sit at the lunch table, again, bring out my lunchbox and just show off my Charizard. Oh, you should have seen the jealousy in the air. Same exact thing with this. This car is, again, you know, $60,000. It's $500,000 because of the nostalgia. Someone help me out right here. Is there any nostalgia for kids right now? Is there any nostalgia at this moment for younger folks? I don't know if there is. Traders, market right now is starting to drop. Market right now is starting to, here's a little bit more of that crack. We do have the VWAP at 508.10 though. 508.10, we do have the VWAP starting to crack a little bit more at this moment. I do want to jump in. I am going to give this another chance, I think, guys, and say to myself, all right, hey, let's get some weakness here and see if we can crack that 508 mark. So I am going to jump in. I do know this is going to be a little risky though, guys. Why is it a little risky? We do have VWAP support right here. I am going to look for the VWAP support crack and fall on down towards around 507.80. So I'm going to look for a pre-market bounce play right here and see if we can fall on down towards around that 507.80. The main concern is we do have VWAP support here. So we do have VWAP support trying to hold up at this moment, and that is going to have a slight support for a potential bounce play. I definitely want every single trader to be aware of that, but I do think we are going to drop, and I am going to, you know, keep on adding onto this play to see if we can crack on down towards this bottom line. This bottom line right here is 507.84, and it does not look like this home pending sales data is pretty good. So it doesn't look like this home pending sales data is pretty good. We haven't had an opportunity yet to make money. There's been no opportunity to make money whatsoever at all on the S&P 500 just yet. So I am looking for a little VWAP crack, fall on down towards the low 507.80s and see if we can get some weakness. We basically just hit the top, we faded, we hit the top, we faded, we hit the top, we faded, we hit the top, and now we actually are having our biggest red drop, but it's not like it's really that much, to be honest, right? It's really not that much, to be honest with you. Zach's saying he's waiting for 508 to get the crack. I want to see the crack down to 508. That's kind of what I'm more looking for. You know, more of that sell-off down towards 508. I do have tomorrow's expiration as well, so I do have a little bit of time. You know, I don't got to worry about time decay as much. And I just haven't seen any movement in the market, so I'm hoping that once we actually do start getting a little momentum, we can get a sell-off. After we do start getting a little momentum, we can start getting a nice drop. After we do start getting a little momentum, we can actually start getting that, you know, drop all the way back on down. Guys, there's a nice fade. Guys, now we're getting back into the green. Let's see if we can actually get a sell-off now. Let's see if we can get a little sell-off underneath 508. So we just came on down to 508. We just made back our $300 loss. And let's see if we can go up. Guys, I'm going to sell right here. Take my profits. Guys, make and sell it. $770. Guys, $770 in profit. Great job, everyone. Just making a little bit of money just like that. Woo! That's it. Guys, there you go. Congratulations. Guys, everyone just make your money. Everyone up $1,000 on the day.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. I think you got the wrong impression about me back.
Nice work, guys.
Just cause they heard what hood I'm from, they
Nice
think
work,
I'm
guys.
crazy.
Nice little dump right there.
Okay, well, maybe
Great
just
job,
a
everyone.
little crazy.
Got our money on the day,
'Cause
770.
I admit I'm crazy about that lady, yeah. Finger to the world as fuck you pay. I've been slave.
Nice work, everyone. And we were really, expecting that dump right after 10 o'clock. Staying ready for that thing. Dek, you could have made more money. I could have made a little bit more money. Little bit, want to see what we have at this time here, traders. SPY still waiting on this. I want to still be waiting on this one over on the SPY. Definitely could be able to jump in a little bit more. But if anyone is asking right now, I just want to kind of go over this. If anyone right now is asking, Dek, how in the world did you know that we're about to get a crack? Is anyone thinking about that? Is anyone at this moment thinking, Dek, how did you know that we were about to have the biggest sell-off of the day? Dek, how did you know that we were about to have the biggest move of the morning here? So if anyone is confused on that, I want to be able to break it on down. Okay? And if this is your first time watching, guys, I just want to say welcome to the fucking show, baby. That's all I can say! Okay? Welcome. Traders. Let's see what we have here. Okay? Let's talk about it. If anyone is saying, Dek, how did you do that? How did you know that? Couple different things that you need to understand. Okay? Couple different things that you got to be able to know. First things first is the S&P 500 here, team, did have PCE data. With its PCE data, we had this monster spike. Now, with all this volume, with all this activity, with all this hype, with all this momentum here, traders are extremely excited on this day. Now, the moment that everyone is excited, we kick off the day, we get a little bit of spike, and that excitement gets drawn down extremely quickly, right? We are inside of a channel. And when we're inside of a channel on a very hot day, it's almost like, waiting. It's a ticking time bomb. So if you guys do not know what I mean here, is we have this PCE data, which was the biggest press release that we could have this week, okay? Then the day is now open. Everyone here is excited to trade, and then guess what we see here? We see that we are basically inside our little lines. Imagine everyone getting excited for a concert. Imagine everyone getting excited for a party. Imagine everyone getting excited for some sort of event. And everyone is smushed up against the wall, and the moment that they open up the door, guess what? We see a dramatic spike, or we get a dramatic climb, right? Or a dramatic crash, or a dramatic climb. That's what we have here. We have everyone showing up today. Everyone's excited about today. Everyone's saying, oh, today's PCE data day. And then when the day opens on up, everyone is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside this channel. The moment that this channel eventually either broke up or cracked on down, we knew that we were able to pull the trigger. So I did pull the trigger a little early. Why did I pull the trigger? Because I saw it crack that channel, and I'm saying, okay, the door is now opened. Everyone's going to flood into that. So I was looking for that VWAP crack. The VWAP crack happened. I sold my shares, as you guys know, down towards 508. I was in at 508.30. I got out at 508. Obviously, we had a big dump all the way on down towards here now, 507. I mean, this thing is getting even weaker and getting even uglier now. So we have gotten a very big dump. We have gotten a very big crash. We have gotten a lot of weakness all the way on down towards even lower areas, because it just comes on down to everyone getting funneled into this channel. The moment the channel cracks, that's where we can go ahead and make our money. That's where we can go ahead and make profit. So if anyone's wondering, saying, Dek, how do you win so often? How are you having a 90% win rate in 2024? How are you up now $25,000 in 2024? How are you live streaming every single trade in front of you in real time, making sure that we see everything and explaining every single trade, which nobody else does? It's because I'm waiting for predictable setups. What did I do the first 30 minutes, guys? The first 30 minutes, I waited for a play. I waited for an opportunity. I waited for the channel break. We talked about different investments. We talked about Pokemon cards. We talked about Nissan Skylines. We talked about some Bitcoin and crypto. We were waiting for the break of the channel, not just randomly jumping in, hoping that we're able to make money. And then once we saw that channel crack, guess what? We saw that big time dump that we wanted. So now we do have that momentum. We do have that crack. We do have that fade. So good job there. And congratulations to everyone that just made some nice money. So good job here. Shout out to everyone here. Dek, how much lower can we go? Most likely, we are going to find a lot of support right at this 506 mark. I would say any pop back up towards like 507.60, look for another quick put contract. I'll probably only do like one put contract, but if you guys want to, you guys can definitely do like a small put contract if you see 507.60s. 507.60s, small put contract. Small put contract, okay? Nothing big, nothing wild, small put contract for, and I'm only gonna do like 1 or 2 shares or 1 or 2 contracts. Try to get myself up $1,000 on the day. Try to get myself up over $1,000 on the day. But I want to see a little bit of a pop towards like 507.50, 507.60, and then go ahead and look for another little put right back down to the low of the day. Most likely we'll have a double bottom in the future here. Man, it is windy outside. Anyone in the Northeast right now? A little cold today. Windy outside. It's breezing out there. Also, traders, some good news for, I know we got 9 people right now for our ski mastermind. So we do have our ski mastermind coming on up next week. And obviously, you know, we're going back over to the ski mansion. It's going to be a packed house. We already had 1 ski mastermind. This is our second and last ski mastermind. This is the last one for the year where we are going to be trading all morning, all day. And then after that, guys, we go out and we hit the mountains. And that's what, you know, it's going to be an absolute blast. But we just had our ski mastermind about a month ago, and we do have next week is our final one of the year. Now, the good news for everyone that is coming on out next week for the ski mastermind is what? They are actually having a blizzard this weekend. So we are going to be having some pretty incredible conditions here, guys. We're going to be having some pretty incredible conditions coming on up. And this is a little video. Shout out to round 1. Shout out to all my family over in round 1 right here over on the ski mastermind. Dennis rocking the drone. And we're going to be having round 2 coming on up here out in Utah. Going to be a blast. Going to be an awesome time. So it's going to be an awesome time. I'm pumped to be able to see the new crew next week. Brandon Moses, send me an email, dekmartrades@gmail.com. If you're in the Utah area. It's going to be an absolute blast, guys. Pumped on up. S&P 500 just got up towards 507.40 there for a second. Again, I want one little pop and then try to do one more contract on down. I want to get $1,000 today if I can. I want $1,000 if I can today. We nailed the biggest move of the day, guys. But that's the most important thing to me, you know, while trading, is that I want to nail the biggest move of the day. Once I nail the biggest move of the day, I feel like my job is done. I feel like I did what I needed to do. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know, I always want to try to nail the biggest move of the day, the most opportunity on the day. I am going to look for another contract, as I stated, if we can get a little pop-up towards like that 507.60 mark. Little put contract, probably only 1 or 2 contracts, and trying to get my profits up towards about $1,000 if I can. So I'm looking for a little upper shadow, spike on up towards those 507.60s, and just do 1 or 2 contracts and just try to get my profits up to about $1,000 today. This week's been a little bit slow. It's been a little bit choppy, but obviously you can make a lot of money when you nail a move like that. Sky Chimp, remember when this was hot? Bored Apes? Absolutely. Bored Ape Yacht Club. We talked about this yesterday a bit. Bored Ape Yacht Club, where are they now? Guys, I mean, the thing is, I know a lot of people think NFTs are absolutely stupid. Okay? And I talked about this a little bit yesterday in Power Hour. When NFTs first came on out, I was one of the first people to make fun of it and say this is the stupidest thing ever. People were spending $4,000 to buy a picture of a monkey. 6 months went by, these monkeys were now $200,000. Another 6 months went by, these monkeys were $500,000. I've made a promise to myself that I will never make fun or laugh at something else that other people are going to absolutely love. Traders, you can say all you want that something is stupid, but if other people are spending $500,000 for it, it's not stupid to me anymore. I want to be an investor and be able to make as much money as possible behind it. Imagine if you bought 3 Bored Apes when it was $4,000, spent $12,000, and you sold them for $500,000 a piece, a year later. That doesn't sound pretty stupid to me. That sounds like a pretty insane investment, right? So when I know for a fact, there will be something within this next year when Bitcoin starts hitting some new highs. There will be some other coin. There will be some sort of NFT. There will be some sort of new technology that will come out that 90% of people are going to say is stupid. But 10% of people are going to absolutely fall in love with it. And they're going to become addicted to it. And they're going to be buying and buying and buying and buying and buying it and putting it at the highest prices possible. So you know what? It's the same exact thing as, Pokemon cards. Get a Charizard early, hold it for a year, sell your Charizard later. NFTs at this point, maybe they can come back. Maybe they won't. I mean, we will see. Guys, little heads on up. We'll talk about that in a second here, but I might get another put contract if we get a little pop on up towards those 50760s. Little, pop on up towards the 50760s. I'm going to do 1 or 2 contracts and just see if I can get a little bit of a drop just because I know the VWAP's going to be a stronger resistance line. I'm just going to try to see if I can make a couple quick dollars here. Got a little bit of a pop. Come on, a little bit higher. Go a little bit higher. I want to get as close as I can to that VWAP area. All right, guys, I'm going to jump in right here. 1 contract. See if we can hit that VWAP and get a small reversal. I'm not going to be holding long if this one ever did squeeze on me or anything, though. So I'm just going to do 1 contract and see if this can reverse. If we ever break the VWAP, then I'm getting out. But if I can make a free $150 to $200 here, I'll take it. So a free $150 to $200, I'll take it. I need us to drop back down towards around the 50750s, though. 50750s is my goal. Basically, get near that VWAP and have a first red candle back on down towards 50750, 50748. So if I could get, just a free $100 plus, I'll take it. I am going much smaller, though, at this moment because I'm already in the green. I'm already happy. I don't want to get squeezed out if we pop the VWAP and break. Goal is going to be 50740s. 50740s is the goal. I'm in right now, currently only up $20. But let's just see if this thing can be able to get a little bit of a crack here. 506. We're getting closer. Want to see again just that little pullback if we can get it. Little, pop and then a pullback. We're close here. Come on. Want to see a little pop in the pullback. Might get that little upper shadow and then a red candle. Give it a few moments here, team. Here's that upper shadow. There's that pop. Okay, now we got to get the reversal here. We got to go back on down towards that 50750 mark here. Remember, I'm only in on 1 contract, team. I'm just trying to make like a free $250. I'm not going for anything big right now. Just a little heads on up. I'm not risking losing any sort of large money. So I'm just watching right here. Giving this a little bit of time. Very small. Not going to add on to this at this moment. We know the VWAP is at the price of 507.80. And I want to see this thing, get a little bit of a fade if we can. So I want to see, can we get a red candle and fall back on down towards that, ultimately all the way back underneath the 507.50 mark. My price is around 507.65 right now. So I'm down about 12 cents at this moment. I'm right around 507.65 is my entry. Want to see if we get rejected off the VWAP. See if we have a little bit of trouble. Fade back on down. I always like to do tomorrow's expiration as well. I never do today's expiration. The reason why I don't like doing today's expiration is I don't like fighting time decay as much. I like to give myself a little bit of time. Now, I know I'm not going to be holding this play for hours. This is just going to be one I'm trying to make a quick dollar off of. But the thing is, you know, I always like to give myself a little bit more time, fight off time decay, not have to worry as much. VWAP 507.80. Remember, we want to stay underneath that 507.80 mark, get a little bit of that reversal, get a nice red candle back on down towards, you know, our ultimate goal would be all the way back on down towards the low of the day. You know, that would be absolutely awesome. Get a couple big red candles back on down towards 507.30, 507.20, you know, start, you know, really getting low. Low of the day is all the way down towards 506.81 here. So this is just a, remember team, we nailed the biggest move of the day. We nailed the biggest move of the day. Now we're looking for scraps. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. We already nailed the biggest move of the day. We already had our meal. We already got fed good. Now we're just looking for a couple little scraps to kind of put a little icing on the cake. A little dessert right now is what we're looking for. So can we crack that 507.50 mark? Get a little bit of a drop here. Back on down towards 507.40s, 507.30s. Just add a little gas to the gas tank. That's all it is. A little free money. I love free money, guys. One of my favorite things, to be honest, is free money. I enjoy it. But we got to crack that 507.50 mark if we can get it. Right now, we're back to my even position, right around 507.65. My one strike price, 5,085 over on SPX. So I got 5,085 over on SPX at this time. This is my my order here. Right now, getting a little bit of a pop on up. We got to see this get rejected. You don't want this going back up to the VWAP. If it goes back up to the VWAP, it might pop and try to run on up through it. So we got to see this thing get rejected here soon, team. If it goes back up to the VWAP, it could easily squeeze and push its way on up and through. So just a heads on up for you buyers out there that are waiting for it. Back above the VWAP, watch for a little bit of squeeze back on up towards 508 plus. If you are just kind of sitting with one contract, it's absolutely fine to just kind of hold tight, you know, have a little fun here. You know, it's not like any sort of big movement at this moment. Remember, we already nailed the dinner. We already got fed. This is just our little scraps, and hopefully we can get a little ice cream and dessert. Right now, traders, we are all good here. Right now, we're still waiting for that nice red candle. Dek, why do you think a red candle is going to come? Well, we did just get a lot of negative momentum, right? We had a lot of negative momentum. We had a bounce play. And in most cases, whenever we do bounce, we always have a double bounce to confirm that that is the bottom. So we might get a little pop. We might go up to 507.80. We might go up to 507.90. But the thing is, I really do think we will go all the way back on down near the low of the day at some point. But I hate saying that, at some point. That some point could be in 3 hours. Like, I don't want to do that. So I want my game plan here on a very small trade is hit the VWAP, fall, hit the VWAP, fall. Back above the VWAP, Dek, get out, not going to be worth it for you. The thing about stock trading that a lot of people don't understand is that it's about managing wins and managing losses. If you guys can win a lot, that's great. But when you lose, if you lose all your wins, that's not going to be helpful whatsoever. So the thing is, if you are a winner and you're taking a lot of money and you're winning a ton of profits, that's great. But just like this, if this VWAP starts breaking and I see a green candle above this VWAP, it's not worth it for me to just keep on holding and hope, right? So whenever I'm up in profit, I usually lower my contracts. Before I did 12 contracts. Now I'm doing 1 contract. I'm up $770. If I lose more than $110, I'm getting out. So the thing is, I always make sure that once I'm in the green, I stay in the green. Once I'm in the green, I make sure that I can't go into the red. That's what I always like to try to think in my mind. Dek, you're up $1,000 today. Make sure your limit is $800. You're up $1,000 today. Make sure you don't lose any more than $150. Like that's how I'm always trying to think when I'm trading. So this is a very small trade right now, just because if we do get a dump, I know I can add a little bit, but if it pops on up, no big deal, right? But I always want to be able to talk to you guys through these plays and make sure you guys understand them. We still got this little pop here, a little climb here. We got to go back in those 507.60s. I want to see those 507.60s is my happy place. 507.50s even better. VWAP still trying to hold on up a little bit here. Back near the 507.60s, and we're almost back to even again. So we can see, what's very cool and very neat is, we can see how well the VWAP is holding up as resistance. We can see that this black line, traders, and that's why it's so important to use the VWAP. We can see we came up here, we started getting a little sell-off. And then we came up here again, and we're starting to get a little sell-off. Now, can we actually get a sell-off? Now, the thing is, traders, that you guys need to understand is that we do have a small uptrend, okay? We will get a sell-off once this uptrend cracks. So if we start going down towards, I'm going to say 507.50 at this point, watch for the weakness. If we don't have that sell-off happen, we are going to move back inside this triangle, and we're going to form an ascending triangle pattern. And this ascending triangle pattern right here is going to be, let's go ahead and take a look. We can see right here where we do have our main resistance line going across the board, high or low, and looking for a squeeze. So this is one possible option that could be coming on up in the next few moments, where we do have an ascending triangle and a little bit of a pop and a squeeze, an ascending triangle and a little bit of a pop and a squeeze, an ascending triangle and a little bit of a pop and squeeze. Well, Dek, what's the other option? The other option that could happen is if we're looking for an ascending triangle pattern like this, and it can't get its pop, and then we start shifting over into different direction. So we do have an ascending triangle here where it just couldn't get that pop and move, and then we start shifting on down into a different direction, and now that shows weakness. So traders, let's take a look at the chart right now, and let's see where we're at, because I'm looking at the level 2, and I already know we're shifting direction a little bit. So what I can see here is we do have the ascending triangle pattern starting to get a little bit of a crack, and now we're having a good sign that we could easily start fading ourselves back on down. So the goal would be fade ourselves back on down underneath this mark. So that's kind of like the idea here. Let's see if we can stay underneath here. But that's like what I'm thinking about while I'm trading. Right now, team, it's more like, I feel like right now, more of like a lesson, not really a live trade. Yes, it is a live trade, but it's more of like a teaching manner right now. It's more of like a teaching subject. I like how we're very small right now. Whatever happens, happens, but we can watch and learn and focus and try to become a better trader from having a very small amount of skin in the game, but at the same time, looking at our patterns, understanding our setups, and asking ourselves what's going to happen next. Test yourself. No one can predict the future. I don't know what the future is going to tell us, right? That's not for me to know. But I can show what the odds could be able to show, the probability behind. Right now, the probability is as long as we are underneath this orange line and this orange line, there's more chances of sellers than buyers. If we go back above those orange lines, I'm going to turn them into purple lines, then there's more chance for buyers than sellers. So right now, team, let's get rid of everything else. Underneath both purple lines, better chance for sellers. Above both purple lines, better chance for buyers. That's how you play the odds. So let's see if we eventually get that nice hard red candle. Be able to get ourselves up, $100. $100 or so. We got to crack 507.50 here. Guys, here comes a little crack of 507.50 finally. So we're getting a little of that. Come on. Let's see a nice big red candle. 507.50 still trying to hold on up slightly. Let's just see if we can get a little crack of that 507.50 mark and actually get that weakness. Right now, it's still trying to hold that 507.50. Dek, do you like gambling? I'll be honest. I personally, when I was 21 years old, yes, I enjoyed going to a casino and gambling. It was fun when you're 20 years old and 21 years old, 22, 23, because you're like, okay, I want to gamble. Personally now, I usually never play any table game. If I go to Vegas, if I go to Atlantic City, if I'm just near a casino, I don't like playing table games really at all. I might play a little blackjack here and there, but honestly, I would rather play poker. I would rather not go against the house. I would rather go against someone else. So do I like, gambling? I'm going to say no, but I do enjoy playing poker. Poker is fun. I like poker a lot. There is a sense of luck in poker. Absolutely what cards you get. If someone gets aces every single time and I get 7 deuce, obviously I'm not going to win very often. But there is more strategy involved. There is more me going against someone more involved. It's not me going against the house. I could be able to get out when I want to get out. So it's like if I don't like my hand, I can get out. Just like in stock trading. If I don't like my hand, I can get out. So I enjoy poker. I'll play poker every now and then. Sit down, play a little 5-10. Guys, SPY right now still moving itself on up. SPY still doing its thing right now, still trying to move. You guys, we do know something here. And what is that something? If the SPY gets above this purple line, above the VWAP, above 507.80, it's got strength. Now, that's a lot it has to go through. It needs to go through the downtrend. it needs to go through the VWAP, and it needs to go above 507.80. If it goes above all three of those, get out. There's a great chance it could squeeze. So just be ready for that if you guys need to get out, because it needs to break the downtrend or the uptrend, which is having trouble. It needs to break the VWAP, and then it needs to break 507.80. You have 3 lines of strong resistance. And if it breaks all that, you're going up towards 508 plus. Just a little heads up. Right now, I'm just doing very small, team. I can't state it enough. We already ate dinner. Now we're just looking for scraps. So I want to see that crack on down. Even if like I don't get paid that much, I just kind of want to see that dump that I'm expecting because I want my plan to work. So even if we don't get like a massive amount of profit, I do just want my plan to work and say, all right, guys, see what I mean, see what I was going for, see my idea here, see again my trade here. You know, so it's fun that, you know, even sometimes, you know, here we go, guys. This is better. This is better. And this is what I'm referring to. This was not a very crazy trade. It wasn't like, you know, we're making hundreds of millions of dollars, but it's nice trade just to get in there and be able to figure out what works, you know, figure out, you know, how we can be able to make profit, figure out, you know, what's, you know, paying out for us. And there's a nice big red candle. Can we crack 507.40s? I don't want to go back above 507.50s, guys. Back above 507.50s, I'm just going to lock it out. So guys, 507.50s almost testing here. Guys, we're back up near 507.50s. I'm just going to lock this out here, take $20. But you can see, like, we got that nice big red candle. I'm out. I'm just taking my $20. Guys, guess what? I'm up $790 here. Right now, it's almost doing, we almost had that dump. We dumped on down towards that 507.40 mark. I don't want to get caught up in this consolidation anymore. I'm just going to take profits when I have them. We can tell something similar is starting to happen. Deck, we tried to get a downtrend. We tried to get an ascending triangle pattern. We tried this. We tried that. If you start realizing that you're not getting a dump and you're realizing you're not getting a spike, what's the best thing to do? Best thing to do is, again, start fresh. To me, at this point, I'm going to start saying, just like we did before, we're inside of a channel. So traders, we had this before, didn't we? We had top resistance right here. This was channel 1. So there's channel 1. And now we have channel 2. And that's all it comes on down to. This song's a little intense. So guys, basically what we have at this moment, we have channel 1 right here. And channel 1 led to a big sell-off. And then, of course, what we have at this moment is now channel 2. And channel 2 is right here, looking for this next possible move. Let's grab this here. Boom, boom, boom. Love it, love it, love it. Traders, also something I always like to do to help me, let's go to Paint. We all have Paint on our computer. So simple. Yeah, you know, one thing I always like to do is just, you know, go over here, go to Paint, and you can, you know, give yourself a little bit of a better idea. Right, here's these channels here. There's channel 1. Right, we got the big time sell-off. And then we do have channel 2. So now it's even more visually easy to see. Right? More visually easy to see. And I'll post this for you guys over in chat here right now so everyone's all good. So channel 1 and 2 on the SPY. Da 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 da, I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
I'm losing it.
How much is that Paint software? A couple thousand a month, no big deal. A couple thou a month, no big deal.
I'm losing it.
Bye. Still watching ENVB. Guys, ENVB, a little bit of a pop on up here. So far on my day, if anyone needs to be able to check this bad boy on out right here, I am currently sitting here, staying smart, watching and waiting. Currently up $790 on the day. And, you know, $790 is an awesome day, right? You know, $790 is an awesome day here. So I'm very pumped and very happy about that. Just kind of waiting for, you know, more opportunities. More opportunities. That's kind of what it comes on down to. Let's get, I do want to talk about, you know, as we were before, I want to talk about our NFTs a little bit. So traders, what was I saying? I was saying don't make fun of anything that you think is stupid, right? You know, as we can go over, we can always just look at, you know, Bored Apes and, you know, Bored Apes. You know, what's so crazy about it? Let's just go price high to low. Even right now. Right? Even right now, if you wanted to buy, let's say this, you know, let's just go with, I don't know. Let's go with the most expensive one right here. Okay? Let's go with this one right here. If you wanted to buy this picture, I mean, this is $5,892,400, no, actually $5 billion. Okay, well, I think that guy just randomly put that up there. If someone wanted to spend $1 billion, let's be a little bit more realistic. Let's go with, or no, that was $5 million. Let's go with this one. Okay, you want to buy this one right here. This one costs $3 million. So if you wanted to buy this picture right here, this is more realistic. $3 million to own that picture right there. Isn't that a little crazy? That's a little nuts. It's a little nuts here. If I want to buy this, costs $694,000 to be the rightful owner of that picture. It's kind of crazy, guys. I'm telling you right now, there is going to be something coming up in the crypto world. You know, something will come up in the crypto world within the next year that is just like NFTs in a way, right? You know, I don't know what it's going to be, but there will be, you know, some sort of NFTs. But, you know, we'll see what happens, but don't make fun of it. What are offers? You know, this is the offers, guys. Look at this. Offers. 6 minutes goes, 6 minutes goes. People are offering $75,000. So even, who here even thinks that's crazy? This guy's wanting $700,000 or $694,000 for this picture. People are making offers right now for $74,000. That's pretty crazy to think about still. People are saying, oh, no one would ever pay these prices. People are making offers right now for $74,000, you know, basically trying to bid on this at this moment. You can screenshot it all you want, but you're not the rightful owner. You can screenshot a picture of the Mona Lisa, but you know what? That doesn't mean you own the Mona Lisa. So if you own the Mona Lisa, that's different. So guys, for anyone that's wondering here, I'm just going to explain it to you. And I'm not trying to push you guys on NFTs. I'm saying whatever is the next idea that you think is stupid, it's probably not as stupid as you think if people are spending that much money. So really, the whole entire idea of NFTs, when they first came on out, the idea was cool. I like the idea. And you might say, Dek, I don't understand the idea. The idea was almost like a digital country club. That's the easiest way to think about it. So let's think about this, guys. This is you. And you love, again, networking with other people that are successful. I want to be around other millionaires. I want to be around people that make millions of dollars, and I want to hang out with them. I want to connect with them. I want to become friends with them. And what's a great way to become friends with them? I also, again, want to play some of the best golf courses in the world, right? So at country clubs, we hang out with millionaires, and with millionaires, we all go on out and we play golf together. And we all have fun, we golf, we connect, and we do that. Then we pay a fee to be able to have access to this country club, right? At the country club, we have dinners, we have concerts, we have fun, we have family things, we have fireworks, we have all this, you know, good stuff. We have a pool that we can swim in. Now, it's 2023, 2024, 2021. What is the idea? The idea is almost just like the same thing. Instead of paying a fee to a country club, I can go ahead and I can buy this card. And this card, even though it's just something silly like a picture of a monkey right here, is that this gives me access to all the fun stuff, right? This gives me access right here to all the fun stuff that other millionaires are going to be doing since I'm the rightful owner of this card. And maybe again, Bored Ape, they're going to go on down towards Miami and they're gonna rent out a huge club and anyone who has a Bored Ape Meal card can come on out and party with this DJ and have some fun, and everyone's gonna be rocking and rolling. Everyone's gonna be having an awesome time. And then maybe again, they're gonna say, hey guys, we have some boats, some yachts, at the in the San Diego Coronado, marina. If you guys are a Bored Ape guy, you can go on over there and enjoy the yacht. That's part of it. And we're also going to have this huge New York City meetup in the penthouse, and that's going to be great. You guys can meet all your millionaire friends if you guys own this card right here. So that was the idea of it. And the idea is cool. You pay this money, you can have all these events and these parties, and you can meet people at all these fun social gatherings. But what did it turn into? What really killed NFTs was the fact that anyone that was on Instagram right here and had more than, let's say, 10,000 followers, they said, ooh, who wants to be part of my club? Oh, who wants to be part of my club? My club sounds fun. Okay, yeah, my club is gonna be all about, let's say, the dirty plungers. Okay, yeah, the dirty plungers. These are gonna be fun. And if you guys buy a dirty plunger, guess what's gonna happen? You get to be part of my club. And then people would send, $4,000 to buy a picture of a dirty plunger. And then guess what happens here, guys? It just turned into one big scam. So really, I would think that Bored Apes would have worked if there was only, let's say, like 10 NFTs. 10 NFTs that actually held value. But next thing you know, every social influencer started making NFTs. And all it did was, it was just a whole bunch of probably like horned up guys that just wanted to be part of this, collection that this random girl made. Right? Like, that's all it was. That's all it was. And it just turned into some random scam. That's all it was. So unfortunately, it turned into all one big scammy type of thing. And I don't know if it can ever bounce back. I really don't think it could ever bounce back, to be honest. But that was the idea of the NFT to begin with. SPY did get that dump right there. You guys already know what I think the next crypto wave is going to be. Next crypto wave is going to be what I think, tokenization. Tokenization, guys, that's what I'm going towards. Guys, SPY, a little bit of a drop and then a little pop back on up here. But I wanted to give you a little backstory right there on the NFT wave, making sure everyone's all good. Team, look at the SPY. SPY's just being choppy again. Who here, let me ask you guys here, who here is tired of the chop? Who here is tired of seeing a spike, thinking it's about to break out, and then you see a dump? And then it actually dumps, and the next thing you know, it's spiking all the way back up towards where it was. And then all of a sudden, it spikes back on up. Who here is tired of the choppiness? Who here is tired of seeing just random quick little moves up, quick little moves on down, quick little moves on up? That's why it was so important to me to nail the big sell-off on the day. That's why it was so important for me to nail the big sell-off the day here. So that like this whole entire sell-off, this was really the only main moneymaker, and this was our only trade on the day. How ridiculous is that, guys? How crazy and how awesome is that? We only had one trade that was able to produce the big profit, and it was the biggest move of the day, and we were all ready for it. Clans Battle, how can I have access to level 2? Can you please make an educational video for that? How do you have access to this? You just open up a brokerage. Every broker has it. TD Ameritrade has it. Lightspeed has it. E-Trade has it. Webull has it. And so all you got to do is open up a broker. Once you open up a broker, you'll have level 2. So we do have this little movement. Guys, what's VKTX doing? VKTX, traders, who here listened this morning? Who here said, Dek, I like the idea on VKTX. I'm doing my put contract. Is there anyone, please, somebody, please someone tell me that they're in on VKTX puts. Please someone tell me that they've been holding VKTX puts throughout this entire morning. Someone please tell me, Dek, I listened to you. I jumped on VKTX puts and I'm making a ton of money right now. Because VKTX traders, guess what this one was? Massive spike up to $100, and we have this huge reversal all the way back on down. We're probably going back on down towards low 70s, and look at this thing just continuously drop. This was the only play that I said, if you don't want to trade the SPY or SPX, this is the only other option I see. It was either trade SPY and SPX, or you trade VKTX on a put contract and you hold this until tomorrow. So VKTX, this has been the best dumper, best mover I see here. Still watching this one continuously fade back on down and still getting that weakness. So that has been gorgeous. Gorgeous all around. ENVB, no. SCTL, VLCN, ISNG. Bitcoin deck just hit 63,000. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited for this next wave. This next Bitcoin wave. I mean, it doesn't matter. How many people here have FOMO about Bitcoin right now? How many people right now are starting to say to themselves, oh man, I can't believe it. I can't believe I missed out buying at 12 or 15,000. Deck, I can't believe I didn't buy Bitcoin again. I can't believe I didn't do it. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you guys are saying, I can't believe I didn't buy Bitcoin again. There will be, in the next couple months, some sort of next trend. I'm telling you right now. It's either going to be like an NFT type of thing. It's going to be like an altcoin type of thing. It's going to be some word or something you've never heard of before. And it will all of a sudden start catching fire. So the next thing that you hear that you've never heard of before in the crypto world, start looking at it. And even if it sounds dumb, if it catches fire, watch for it to start getting hype. Okay? So I'm just giving everyone that heads up. Don't miss on NFTs again. Don't miss on random altcoins. It's not going to be that. It's going to be something else. Something that we never heard of before. So just be ready on it, okay? Everything in crypto is stupid. None of the technology actually even works, okay? But there is literally hundreds of millions of people that will buy whatever the hype is. And hey, don't get mad at me. Literally every other crypto trader will tell you that as well. If you go over and take a look over on the crypto rankings right here, 99% of this doesn't even work. 99% of this is garbage. 99% of this we will never use in any way in our lives ever. 99% of it. So Deck, why do people buy it? Because they hope that we do use it in the future. They hope that it turns into something. They hope that it happens. It's hype. All crypto is hype 99% of the time. Oh, NFTs. NFTs spike, NFTs drop. Oh, this altcoin, hype. Drop on down. Oh, this or that, spike, drop on down. 99% we will never use in our life. Find the hype before the hype gets big. That's really the big thing here, team. Find the hype before the hype gets big. Do you have a news scanner for crypto? I do not. Nothing like kind of crypto news related. Really, the biggest crypto news thing that you can follow is Twitter. You know, Twitter is where all the crypto guys hang out. Follow some big crypto, crypto profiles. Right now, still watching. Got VKTX still dumping all the way back on down. 10.55 in the markets, baby. SPY right now, traders, is where? This is such bad chop right here, team, over on the SPY. I know there's at least one person here where I know it's so frustrating because I've been this guy way too many times. I've been this guy way too many times here. Where really, team, it would be, hey, I'm about to jump in for the dump. It spikes on up. Okay, it's spiking back on up. Let me jump in for the spike. It dumps on down. Okay, I'm jumping in on the dump right here. It spikes on up. Okay, I'm jumping on in for the spike. It dumps on down. And then you're like, hey, not going to fool me again. I'm going to jump in on the spike right here. And then guess what happens? It starts thumping. So I think every person at some point in their life has probably been the guy that seems like no matter what you do, it does the opposite. And right now, the SPY is not going to give you any easy setups. So right now at this moment, the SPY, just giving everyone a heads up, is not going to give you any easy setups at all. Turbulent, is Fox Runner out yet? Not yet. They are doing a major change of it, they told me. So, we do have, Fox Runner here, and, it's great so far. I like it. I enjoy it, but it's not, 100% out just yet. So, I mean, you can look up any sort of play, spy, get everything, get all the news on it, everything that you guys need. It does show all the top gainers of the day. So if we want to take a look at it, we have all the top gainers. This is OTC stocks right here, but we have all the news that has come on out. We can also just filter it out just by press releases. So we do have all just the press releases. We do have all the hot words. We have all the rankings, and then you do have all your keywords that you would like. So you can, filter it out in different manners. As in, I want all the, all the hottest press releases on the day with all the keywords. So you can go ahead and click through this and be able to get all the hottest press releases, which is great. We do have all the filings as well. Does have anything that just has to do with deals like partnerships or anything. All the insider information. So these are insiders that are buying and selling. Any articles and blogs. And then we also do have trading insights, most talked about, analytics and institutional holders. So you can type out any sort of stock and kind of see who's holding it. Vanguard, BlackRock, so whatever stock that you want to look into. So they said that this right here, this right here is basically phase one, having all the outline of it. So this is like the outline of it, but they said they want to kind of make it better now. So I don't know exactly when it's going to still be released. They told me last 2 weeks ago that it was going to be released soon, but they said they kind of want to do a bigger update on it and make it a little bit even, better, which I'm not opposed about. I'm not opposed to make things better, but I definitely want you guys to be able to get it very soon. Deck, how long should we keep VKTX on the put side? If you guys are in on VKTX, if you guys are sitting on VKTX on the put side right here, target would be $75. Don't be surprised though if you get little pops over lunch hours. It seems like we are going to find a little bit of like a bottom here soon, and then you'll get little pops here and there. It comes down to today, any green is good green. Any profit is good profit. There's nothing wrong with ever walking away with green. If you've been sitting on VKTX since $90 and it's down towards 78 and you're up a few thousand, take it. Or again, take 75%. You're saying, oh, Deck, I'm jumping in right now. I would probably say if you're going to jump in right now, you're going to have to probably go through a few pops here and there over lunch hours. I do think you will have a gap down overnight, but let's see how we close on off. But I will say I do think that we should, see a gap down overnight, but that's still pretty far away. Right now, traders coming on up towards around 11 o'clock in the market. Let's see what CNBC has to say about today. CNBC key Fed inflation measure rose 0.4%. S&P 500 rises on last day of February as traders pour through fresh U.S. economic data. Bitcoin tops 63,000, and the robot. So nothing really nothing has come on out since this morning. Not really seeing any sort of big news at this time, other than the inflation data. And I'll be honest, team, I thought the inflation data would bring in a lot more attention than what it's bringing in right now. I thought the inflation data would bring in a lot more hype than what it's bringing in right now at this moment. Because let me ask you guys, do you guys think right now, be honest, do you think the best thing for us to do right at this time is to trade or sit on our hands and study? Is right now the best opportunity for us to be able to trade or sit back and study? Trade or wait for the best opportunity? I think, again, you're like, right now, the best thing for us to do is wait. Traders, for those who do not know, again, as I talked about, for anyone saying, Deck, I want to learn, I want to do lessons coming on up. Guys, I can't, stress this anymore. We have a brand new insane class coming on up. This is the syllabus of it. Syllabus coming on up, 24 different parts going over absolutely everything I could think of about stock trading. Stock trading, what is the stock market, terminology, beginner mistakes, candlesticks, support and resistance, trend lines, entries, exits, market and limit orders, buying and selling, pre-market buying, psychology, mob shifting, time frames on charting, indicators, float and volume, how to find profitable news, breakout chart setups, level 2, shorting, short squeezes, different ways to trade the market, options, brokers and scanners. So, everything I could think about in stock trading, we have coming on up in our next kind of new masterclass, I'm calling it. New masterclass coming up in the future. So that's why in 2 Thursdays from now, we're kind of having clearance. Everything goes. Old courses out, scanners out, settings out, everything brand new sale in 2 weeks from now. Basically, everything goes as we are getting prepared for our upcoming stock trading masterclass, which is going to be insane. So make sure that you guys are all good. Guys, look at this SPY. SPY, spike on up, dump on down, spike on up. You guys know the drill. It usually starts dumping right back on down. What do you call these? Financial push-ups? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Little financial push-ups right here. I like it. Up, more energy, more energy. ENVB. Guys, I do want to open up the floor here. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? You guys have any questions on anything, please let me know. More than happy to help you guys on out. So make sure that you guys are all set here, fired on up, ready to go. Looking forward for that next move. SPY a little bit weaker at this moment. Still getting a little weak. If I had to put money on it, Dek, you know, you got to predict one way or another. I'm definitely leaning a little bit more towards the buying side. So I'm leaning a little bit more towards the buying side. Or excuse me, I'm actually thinking more towards the put side, buying puts. I think that the market is going to slowly fade today. You know, there hasn't been any hype yet. So if you're saying, Dek, what do you think is going to happen? I think we will hit a new low of the day at some point here. What's your view on MARA? MARA, that just follows Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, MARA does usually. So there's 3 stocks that follow Bitcoin in a close fashion, not a perfect fashion. MARA, RIOT, COIN. These plays all will have the same setup. They usually all follow Bitcoin in a way, not perfectly, but you can see COIN's falling, which means MARA's falling, which means RIOT's falling. All these plays move together. Whatever Bitcoin does, these try to follow. Yes, Bitcoin is up. These are having a little bit of a red day. So I don't know the exact reason, but these try to follow the crypto world as close as possible. Hi, Mind Life. A quick one. Can you short with a market order in pre-market? No, you cannot short with a pre-market market order. You can only use limit orders. Make sure if you are asking, well, Dek, how do you get in and out so quickly in pre-market? Head on over to the video library, scroll on down, go over here to our entries and exits. So let me look for this entry and exits, and then watch our limit order lessons. So how to buy and sell stocks right away. Part 2, entries, how to be able to get in and out during pre-market, market, and limit orders. So watch this lesson as well, market and limit orders. This is going to be teaching you how to get in exactly in pre-market and after hours. It's all over here, right on the sidebar, over in the video library on Tradecaster, so you have everything. Thoughts on SOUN? They have earnings tonight. Whenever a stock has earnings, I mean, it really just comes on down to you have to wait to see what the earnings are going to do. SOUN obviously has been building up, building up, building up. I will tell you right now, if SOUN does not live up to the hype of the earnings, it's going to be an amazing short, probably back down to $2. So, you know, I think there's more opportunity to the downside than the upside. If you come out with good news, you can easily spike up to like $8. But if it comes out with bad news, you could literally fall all the way back down to $2 on SOUN. So you can see a very big drop. Magnus, I'm from Germany. Oh, Magnus from Germany. Is it tough to get into trading? No, you just need an international broker. So you could use like Trade Zero, international broker. Then, of course, you could trade the U.S. markets. Albert, you think your style of trading works on futures? My style, following fundamentals, following trend lines, following momentum, and waiting and staying patient for good opportunities? Absolutely. Absolutely. Dek, what's your opinion over on ENVB? ENVB here. What's my opinion on it? I would probably say it's going to fade back on down towards the 200-day moving average. 210 main support line. Probably going to be the area where we're going to get some sort of bounce play right at that 210 mark. Where's support over on NVDA? Main support is all the way back down to the 13 EMA at 748. But if we're talking about today, today's support is probably going to be pre-market low. Go back to a 5-minute time frame. Let's take a look here. We do have, first things first, old high of yesterday. Old high of yesterday was a very nice support line, and then connected the bottoms. Connect this bottom to this bottom to this bottom. This would be the new main support back down to 782. So if 788 cracks, you're going all the way back on down towards 782. Deck SOUN. We are seeing some earning. The CEO selling some shares. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see here. So let's see. Let's see. We can go to Fox Runner. Go over here. Go to Insiders. Insiders, guys. And let's go by SOUN. Oh, can we have any news right here? SOUN. SOUN. Insiders here. This was on Wednesday. Is this the CEO? Statements of changes. Let's see here. Let's go to open full article. So let's just see if these are selling for SOUN. We do have the VP of Engineer acquired, disposed. We need to see, is there a D here? So we have common stock. Oh, he disposed. So we have one guy selling here. Let's see this one. We had the CPO. The CPO right here. This guy, Class A common stock, dispose, dispose, dispose. So if you guys are interested on SOUN, we've had the last three guys disposing their shares. Here's the CEO, and he is disposing, disposing, disposing shares. So this was on the 28th. So just a little heads on up. This was yesterday. So you guys can see right here, you know, Fox Runner helping us out. Type in on SOUN, went to the insiders page, and you can see that we do have the insiders right here showing us that they're disposing their shares. So if you're saying, Deck, would you, if someone asked me right now, if someone said, Deck, would you hold on to SOUN or would you sell SOUN? Well, if I saw that SOUN tonight had earnings, and I see that yesterday the CEO and the vice president were selling their shares, it's not really a great sign. Okay, so that's all I can say. All I can say, if I saw that the CEO and the vice president were both selling shares yesterday and tonight we have our earnings, I would probably say that might be a tell that something is going to be coming on up here. So make sure you guys are all good here. Ready to rock. Deck, what's on the upcoming clearance sale? Yeah, so just a little heads on up, team. Next Thursday, not the Thursday coming up 2 weeks from now. I think March 14th. Since we are getting ready for our brand new course, we are basically going to be having some sort of like clearance. I'm just calling it a clearance sale. Clearance sale. Everything is going. So basically, it's like, you know, we got our brand new update. We got brand new information. We got brand new everything. We are going to be getting rid of and having it extremely cheap. We are going to be having our old course, which is going to be extremely cheap, extremely affordable. We're also going to include all of the slides in a PDF format so that you guys can be able to follow along and have all the slides, and I'll have all the patterns. We are also, if you guys would like to be able to get this, we're going to give you, again, 1 free month of, again, Tradecaster access. So with this, you guys are going to be getting 1 free month of Tradecaster access. You guys are also going to be getting a trading journal on Excel that you guys can be able to use. So you guys will be able to get an Excel trading journal. And then on top of that, you guys are also going to be getting my trade ideas settings. So if anyone has trade ideas and wants your chart or your screen to look exactly like this, we are going to bundle this all together. So next Thursday, which is March 14th, we are having a clearance sale. Everything has to go type of deal where we're going to give you our old course, our slides for the old course, a free month of Tradecaster access, a trading journal on Excel, and our trade idea settings. So that's what that's going to be. Most likely, team, for all of this, it's going to be probably somewhere like $400, $498 for everything. So we want to make everything extremely affordable. Usually the course alone is going to be around $1,500. So then on top of that, TradeCaster access is usually $174. So then we're throwing in the slides and the trade idea settings, which are already $500 as well. So we are basically doing $500 trade idea settings, $179 for a TradeCaster, then a course that is again right around $1,400. So we are just basically bundling this all together, throwing in a massive clearance sale, and instead of you guys spending over $3,000, we're probably going to make it right around here, $498. If anyone is curious and wants to get involved in our clearance sale coming on out in 2 weeks. All right, everything's got to go. We got new stuff coming on out. We got new updates coming on out. We got new scanners, new settings, new everything. Everything's got to go. Clearance sale if you guys are interested. So that's going to be a blast. That's going to be awesome. Just want to help out traders that have a little bit lack of funds but really want to step up in the market. Right now, SOUN. Still watching here. Anything that is Roots. Hey, I like that trader one. Root above $30. Root, not one that has been on my watch list. I'll say that this one has not been on my watch list. So shout out to Trader One here, kind of throwing this one on the watch list. We do have Root. Nice spike, nice spike, nice spike, nice spike, nice spike, nice spike. Shout out to you. Nice little Root play. And the SPY right here, team. SPY. You know what? Even though that it's a little bit slower than what I wanted, what I am very happy about is we nailed the biggest crack of the day. Even though it's a little bit slower than what I wanted, we have the biggest dump of the day underneath our belt. Traders, how great is that? You know, right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make any more trades here. And finishing off with $790 on the biggest crack of the day, the only crack of the day. I mean, that's all we can really ask for. That's all that we can really ask for right here. So does anyone have any kind of final questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need whatsoever at all? Obviously, please let me know. We're going to be wrapping up here, though, pretty shortly. On top of that, you guys do have all your traders live over on tradecaster.com that you can watch and join and be able to tune in. But it's just, I don't want to force any trade that I know is not there. I don't want to put myself in any sort of bad position, and I'm not going to hurt myself and put myself in trades that are not going to be good. I'm going to keep my money. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep my 90% win rate. I'm going to keep my $25,000 in profit. I'm going to keep on, making this cash and be the best trader that I can be in 2024, making this my best year ever. So I just want to keep this fun and keep this party going here, team, and making sure that you guys are making money, you guys are learning, and you guys are coming out on top. That's what it's all about to me. ENVB, SCTL, VLCN. Guys, any final questions? I want to answer them so that you guys are all good. Dek, what time do you usually stop trading? Or someone said, why do you stop trading so early? Traders, I want you guys to understand something. Who thinks trading for 3 hours is early? I've said this before. If I was not a live streamer, I would be done with my trading within the first hour of the day every day. For anyone who does not know how the market works, the more you stay in the market, the more times you trade, the better chance you have of losing. This is the easiest way to be able to trade every day. You should only, just a little heads up, you should only be trading from, I'm going to say 7 a.m., 7 a.m. all the way till about 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, we see volume diminish so quickly. So if we want to have on the sidebar right here, volume. So this is going to be volume right here. You should only be trading the first hour and a half and the last hour and a half. So for anyone who does not know, here's a little chart. Here is going to be 9 in the morning. Volume will be the hottest at the start of the day. Volume will be at its peak at the very tippity top because we have enthusiasm, we have a new day, we have excitement, and then it dramatically drops off after the first hour. Then from around 12 o'clock to the time of 2 o'clock, it is the worst time to trade. If you trade between 12 to 2, you are in Death Valley. You are in the slowest and worst time where you are most likely going to lose every single time. And then we get volume at the very end of the day. So the thing is, you should only be trading from the time the market opens until about 11 o'clock, that first 90 minutes. That is prime time. You could trade before that as well, 90 minutes before the market opens, as people are waking up, people are seeing hot news, and people are jumping on in. But you should never be trading between the times of 12 to 2 Eastern Coast, which would be, again, 9 to 11 on the West Coast. And then you can trade in the final hour, in that last 90 minutes, which is going to be from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. So what times do I trade every single day? I wake up at 7 in the morning, and I usually go from 7 o'clock till about 11:30, and then I take off for lunch here from 12 to 2, and then I come back 2:30 to 4 to see if we get any afternoon and go from there. So we want to be good to go. Paula, last month you traded stocks more on the short side, and this month you're trading more options. Which month is better for you? It really just comes down to, activity. This is it. I started off the year just basically shorting, and I won a ton of money. I was shorting, and I was winning nonstop. But then things started slowing down a bit, and I actually started losing on my shorts, and I lost like 3 shorts in a row. And I lost on a short, and I lost on a short, and I lost on a short. And then I said, all right, if I'm losing on my shorts right here, let me take a step back. Because I was up like $23,000 on the year. And then I fell on down to about $19,000 on the year. So I said, hey, Dek, or I said, hey, Sean, let's go ahead and let's go look for options again. See if you have more predictability towards options. So the past week and a half now, I've been trading, more options, or this month I've been trading a lot more options, and I've been able to make back that $5,000, and now I'm up $25,000 on the year again. So it's more about when I have a nice flow, I'm winning, I stick with that. And once I start taking a few losses and I say, man, options, I'm just really taking some hits on options, I go back to shorting. And I short and let that win. And it's nice for me to kind of switch something on up. I get inspired, I get motivated when I switch something on up. If I went and I did chest every single day in the gym, after a few days I might be like, I'm tired of lifting my chest. So I switch it on up and I do arms. So right now, I lost some shorts, last month, and I've just been doing options now, and I've been winning a lot with my options. And once I go through a little bit of a dull period where maybe I'm not winning as much or not seeing as much predictability then I go back over to shorts. And it's just a little switch up to me that kind of keeps me inspired and motivated and goes from there. Out in pre-market so quickly, okay? So listen up if you want to know this. All right, let's just go over to a very tiny penny stock. Let's go to SCTL. Not SCTL because there's no volume. Let's go over to RNLX, okay? In pre-market, you know that you have to do a limit order, okay? Right? We all know that. So let's say I want to get involved in RNLX. I can't do a market order in pre-market. I can't click market order and just all of a sudden buy on it. But what happens on a market order? I'm going to do one share here. If I wanted to jump in and I click buy, what happens? I'm automatically filled at what price? I'm automatically filled at 114. When you do a market order, you are saying to yourself, get me in as quickly as possible, which gets filled at the asking price. In pre-market, if you want to get in as quick as possible, just put in an entry above the asking price. So if you're saying to yourself, oh, Dek, sometimes I put in entries at 116 and I don't get filled, or I put in entries down low at 110 and I don't get filled. Just like if you see hot news and you just want to get in as quickly as possible, put in an entry at 119. You will be filled at 116. If you put an entry in above the current asking price, it will basically trick the level 2 and it will say this guy doesn't want to get filled at 120. We'll just give him the best asking price. So if you ever see hot news and you're saying, okay, I want to get filled right away. Oh man, I want to get filled. Okay, what's the asking price? And you ever feel like, the moment you try to buy, other people buy and you can't get filled? Just go above the asking price and you won't get filled at the asking price. You'll get filled at the best entry possible. So, for instance, let's say all of a sudden RNLX comes out with hot news. And I say, man, I need to get in on RNLX right now and it's pre-market and you're scared to put in 114 because you don't know if you're going to get filled. Put an entry at, let's go 119. And if I click buy, right, let's see what happens right here. If I click buy, boom, now I'm filled right away. So I get filled right away, not at 119, I got filled at 116, which was the best current asking price. And now you might say, Dek, I need to get out, I need to lock in profits. You don't got to put in 112 and hope that you get filled at 112, just put in 109. And guess what? When you click 109, you click sell, now you're out right away, and you got out at the price of 112. So the thing is, that's what's so awesome. That's what's so great. That you could see I put an entry in at 109, but I got out at 112. So you won't get filled at where you're putting. You're going to get filled as quickly as possible. So if you ever see hot news and I'm like, oh, I'm in. And people are like, how the heck did he get in? I'll just have a super high entry that I click buy on. It just gives me the best entry possible. If I need to get out right away, I just put a super low entry, click sell. It gives me the best entry possible. So you don't get the entry that you're putting. You get the best entry that's currently available. So that's what I do. Trevor, good morning, buddy. Good morning, Trevor. Geraldo, why not just hit the ask? Because how many people have ever done this before? How many people have ever seen hot news come on out and they see, okay, the asking price is 114 and they type in RLNX and now it's at 114 and then you type out 114 and now it's at 119. So now you type out 119, you set everything on up and now it's at 120. And finally you're like, okay, I'm going to put 120 and you click buy and it doesn't get filled and now it's at 125. So the thing is, you don't ever want to hit the asking price because when there's hot news, everyone's going to be buying the ask. So just jump the ask like 3, 5, 10 cents and you'll get filled no matter what. Nothing's more frustrating than seeing a hot press release come on out. You see the price at 114 and then seconds later it's at 130. And then a few seconds later it's at 145. And then a few seconds later it's at $2. And you're trying to get 1 penny extra. Just go up a few cents and you'll get the best entry. So I mean, if a play is very slow, then 100% you can just do the ask. Or you can even do a bid and try to get filled. But if it's super hot is what I'm referring to. Yes, Chisel, does this work pre or post market? That's exactly what I'm teaching for pre and post market. So exactly what I'm teaching is for pre and post market. So right now, traders, we are still waiting on this. Yep, you can also hit a hotkey. Yep, with plus 0.1 above. Correct. I personally have not ever done that, but Paula, I assume that would be working as well. Absolutely, I would assume that would work as well. All right, traders, ladies and gentlemen, man, what a day it was. Absolutely awesome, absolutely great. Fantastic day. Was able to make just shy of $800 today. And I mean, that's what we did. Other than that, I am even more pumped and more excited to see you guys profit, to see you guys make that money, to see you guys absolutely crush it. Because that's, the best thing out there. When you guys are crushing it, when you guys are making that money, when you guys are making that cash. So absolutely beautiful job from everyone. Absolutely incredible job from everyone making that money, doing what we do best. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just keep on crushing this day. Let's keep on making this profit. You guys know the drill. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this day, and you guys are hopefully getting fired on up and ready to go. Traders, fantastic day. So much money being made, $790. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined us, and I will see you guys, of course, back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Or excuse me, this afternoon. Hopefully we have a little bit more action this afternoon, but if not, then obviously we got tomorrow morning and we got our Friday ready to go. But I mean, we are just winning. Monday made $2,000. Tuesday made $800. Tuesday, I lost $100. Yesterday, made $500. Today, made $780. It's just every day. You wake up, it's the ATM machine. Every day, it's a free ATM. It's beautiful, guys. This is why I love stock trading. This is how I'm able to live my life through stock trading. I wake up, I wait for a predictable setup, I wait for a predictable pattern, then I pull the trigger and I make this money. How great is that? How fantastic is that? And now again, being up $800, $900, I'm all set, ready to go. I'm averaging right now about $5,000 per week, making 20 grand a month. Team, just let the gains keep on rolling on in. I do it all live for you guys. I'm here showing you everything, talking you guys through it, being transparent, showing my entries, my exits, my P&Ls, showing, of course, everything in real time. You guys can do this. You guys can make this money. You guys can become full-time stock traders. When you make that money, be willing to lock it in. One of the greatest things that has helped me is also walking away when I'm in the green. One thing that used to hurt me a ton is I used to trade and then keep trading. And I would be up 1,000 and then I'd keep on trading until I lost it all. I would keep on trading until I went into the red. I would keep on trading until all of a sudden I was down so much I said, now I'm done on the day. I don't want to be a trader that wins $1,500 and trades until I'm down 2,000 and then I say, okay, now I'm good. Now I'm down 2,000. Walk away a winner. That's what it's all about. So team, that's exactly what we're doing. Get some lunch, enjoy some traders over on Tradecaster, and let's get back here this afternoon on Tradecaster.com, getting ready to crush it, getting ready to see what's going to be coming on up here next. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the people that absolutely crushed it on this day. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this one. Help me wrap this one on up. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's do it, traders. You guys know the drill. In 3, 2, 1. Ah-hoo! Thank you so much. I love you, team, and I'll see you guys back here later on this afternoon getting ready to go. Let's do it, baby. I love it. Get on over here at Tradecaster.com and enjoy the party, team. Great drop right here. Great saxophone drop, baby. Let's do it. So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader. I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, there's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up $23,000, $24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click.
$30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market.